Test, test, test. Ooh, that's high. Test, 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 test. Okay, I think my audio is fixed on probably both on YouTube and Twitch. So thank you so much, Phoenix, for shouting that out. Welcome back. Welcome back. And let me know if audio levels need to be adjusted in any place. How are all levels now? But yeah, rocking and rolling with Pokemon from Oceanside. Okay, appreciate that, Tofu. Appreciate that, the Tofu love. And I'll send out our Go Live notifications as soon as we have our first players. So it'll be 30-minute rounds for Pokemon tonight, and either 4 or 5 rounds. Looks like we might have somewhere in the 18 to 20 player range. And our giveaway, I put the pinned post on YouTube. Actually, did I pin it? I did pin it. And let me find my Twitch chat. There it is. There's our link for the giveaway tonight. We have a Prismatic bundle we're giving away. And then also Stellar Crown, Build and Battle, and Crimson. I have it right next to me. I should just put it here so I remember. Stellar Crown, Build and Battle, and Obsidian Flames, Build and Battle for second and third place. And yeah, hopefully everyone's having a great week. We are going into Prismatic Evolution season tomorrow, a continuing Prismatic Evolution season with more bundles coming out tomorrow. We have Japanese Pokemon in the store, so there's a lot of good Pokemon things happening. Can't wait to play with the new Journey Together set. That would be awesome. Hey, I need, speaking of play, I need all the help I can get for any sort of play-by-play tonight. So Trent is going to give me player names and then also like archetypes or deck types that are happening. But if anyone wants to help me out with calling out cards, I can pull that up on our little handy dandy card capture screen on the side here. But yeah, let's see here. Yeah, what cards specifically from the Journey Together set are you looking forward to playing the most? And I can also pull them up and take a look. And let's go ahead and send out those Go Live notifications to Discord. The stream returns to Oceanside. We've got live Pokemon with the southern representatives of the kingdom at our Oceanside store. We have 3 giveaways. The first one being a Prismatic Evolutions bundle. Second is a Stellar Crown Build and Battle. Third is a Obsidian Flames Build and Battle. So I'm going to send the Go Live notifications out on Discord now. Let's do it. And we are going to see here really soon from Trent who we have playing in round number 1. So I'm excited to do this. We usually do Lorcana on Thursdays, and but Lorcana is at the very end. Today is the last day before the new set comes out tomorrow. So next week Lorcana will be much more exciting because it'll be the first week of sealed. We usually do sealed events or draft events for the first couple weeks, and then after that we'll get into constructed. So looking forward to experiencing that with everyone. Looks like okay. We have Daniel Sanchez is playing Pikachu Lost Box, and Roman Montez is playing Toadscruel EX. Roman is on the Gyarados mat. Okay, cool. So player number 2 is Roman. So let's go ahead and get that set up. And player number 1 is Daniel. Awesome. Best of luck to Daniel and Roman. Thanks for sharing your match with us tonight. And let's do it. Round 1, Daniel and Roman.
Kingslayer's got you.
What's happening? What's happening?
Kingslayer found
We're going to start the timer. Round 1
Kingslayer's
begins. And give me your blubber with the follow. Appreciate that. Give me your blubber. Thanks for hopping in. Hey, you guys want to see more Pokemon? Let me know. We're on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube with streaming all the rounds tonight from Oceanside. So if you want to see some more, appreciate the follows.
Kingslayer found you.
Mr. Starbucks man.
Kingslayer's
Mr. Starbucks man with the follow. Appreciate that. Hey, we're big Starbucks fans in this family. Can't go every day. Every day is a little bit extreme. We gotta keep the caffeine flowing as best you can. So we appreciate the Starbucks man. Appreciate that. Yeah, Roman versus Daniel. Again, Daniel's on Pikachu Lost Box and Roman is on Toadscruel EX.
The Kingslayer's got you.
T-Money. T-Money.
Kingslayer found you.
You know,
the Kingslayer.
I get called T-Money every now and then, especially when I'm paying the bills, if you know what I mean. But T-Money is actually spelled T-E-A, which I can appreciate that. And looks like Roman's putting his first Pokemon down in play. And Trent's giving me all the good stuff. Trent, as you may know, if you're Oceanside local, is one of our full-time members of staff down there. Does an excellent job and is giving me all the info. So, when you're running an event, so I stream these events from home, and my store staff, sends the signal up to the bat bat signal up so that I can stream. And the type of information that I'm constantly pestering Trent for is player names, deck archetypes, that sort of thing. So looks like we have a couple Pokemon are revealed. It is Roman's turn, it appears, and we are gaming. What's up, Papaneth? And we're back. We're back. We missed last week's streaming. We were at Gamma last week and dealing with like had a cold for a few weeks there. We're back. We're healthy, and Lorcana will be back next week. But I figured, hey, we want to come back on Thursday, and Pokemon's firing off like crazy right now in a lot of ways. So let's take a look at the crew down in Oceanside and see how they're doing. And I'm going to integrate the rest of our chat on our tool here. So we got TikTok chat, YouTube chat, and Twitch chat all in the same place on screen for those that are watching on YouTube and Twitch. And what's going on, Papaneth? What are you up to? How's life? And like I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna need a lot of help. So if y'all want to help me out in terms of calling out, the active Pokemon that are in play, or maybe describing the decks a little bit. I haven't played Pokemon in a long time, and I do a lot of Lorcana streaming, and so I'm more familiar with that type of stuff. But we're here, we're having a good time, and we're highlighting the players. Another cool feature of doing these streams is that Roman and Daniel, or the other players in round number 2 and beyond, are going to be able to go back and watch their match, and see, look at their plays, look at their lines, see if there's anything they wish they would have done differently, and it's kind of fun. And the stream is also on the TV, so thanks, Trent. Appreciate you throwing us up on there. And the giveaways are live. So we've got 3 different giveaways happening for free. All you have to do to enter is make sure you're following on at least one of our platforms, so Twitch, YouTube, or TikTok, and Instagram works as well. And we're giving away. Hold on a second.
Kingslayer found you.
Lux Avery, what's happening? Thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. We're giving away Budgie 8888. Appreciate the follow. Maybe there's another 8 in there. A Prismatic Evolutions building battle. No. A Prismatic Evolutions bundle. Neil Buck with the follow. Appreciate the love. We're doing Prismatic Evolutions build and battle. No, bundle. Obsidian Flames build and battle, and Stellar Crown build and battle. Build and battle. I was gonna say build and bundle. That would work too. But yeah, rocking and rolling. So let's pull up what the Pikachu Lost Box deck list looks like. I'm just gonna pull up some of the highlights from those cards and see if we can piece it together with or without assistance from the crew. It's my birthday today. Maybe I can win some Pokemon's cards, says Phoenix. Hey, Phoenix, appreciate you being here as always. And Papanus is just vibing. Weekend almost here. Any idea how the One Punch Man events went? So we have and I think they fired in all 3 stores, and we also have an event this weekend for, I think it's like the rare battles for One Punch Man and for Demon Slayer. So those are this weekend and in a couple weekends from now. The Obsidian ETB promo card is going for 25 now. Dang. What's up, Brian? How's it going, man? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. And yeah, for those on TikTok, we have a giveaway. All you have to do is enter the giveaway. Go to the profile link for our TikTok page, and there's a link there in the links section for Google Doc. Fill that Google Doc out, and you'll be entered into the giveaway. On Twitch and YouTube, there's a pinned post. So click the pinned post, fill out that form, and you are entered. You're in. Players in the stores can do this, can enter. There's no real exclusions. You can only enter once. It's the only restriction there. And 3 different Pokemon items being sent out. So, and we'll ship them to you anywhere on planet Earth. Anywhere on Earth. Last month we had to ship to, I think, London or something. Luckily, that item was very small, but not always the case. Not always the case. All right, see if we can find. Maybe it's easier to find Toad Scroll than it is to find Lost Box. But we're gonna find it. I remember the Cloth deck last time we streamed Pokemon was one of my favorites. We have 23 players in the event tonight. That is awesome. Let me pull that up. Let me put that on our link here. 23 players. Excellent. Excellent work, Trent. Excellent work. Appreciate it. And happy birthday indeed to Phoenix. Happy birthday. What's up, Annie? How's it going? Annie is one of our strongest community members, also now staff member, and also feeder of the world. She brings in snacks for the team and in our little staff closet over in Oceanside. She always keeps that thing nice and stocked, nice and freshly stocked. I may or may not have gotten a Nature Valley bar this week. And Quaff just won the EUIC. It's a good deck. Nice. He's back for 9 months.
DX Degenerate just subscribed with Prime.
9 months strong. That's what we like to see. And
Kingslayer's got you. The Kingslayer found
I missed
you.
one. Oh yeah, and there's Dan the Goldman.
Kingslayer's got
Dan the Goldman with the follow. Appreciate that. But yeah, Anthony Degenerate with 9 months of subbage. 9 months of subbage, and also Doyle 1. We're gonna go Doyle 1 here with the follow. Appreciate the love and support. While we're rocking and rolling here on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube, giveaways are aplenty, and we're enjoying our time coming back to Twitch because we took some time off of well, I guess to streaming. We took a couple weeks off there for crazy busy February time, but we're here, we're back. I don't know. I wonder if the Pikachu Lost Box is called something else here on our list. Is it Ancient Box? No. Star Wars is more fun. This is a big Star Wars. Okay, so this is a busy time. It's a busy time in the realm of Kingslaying because we have Star Wars coming out tomorrow. Lorcana comes out tomorrow. Pokemon Prismatic Evolutions keeps releasing tomorrow. All in one day. So Andrew and Co and the rest of the team are very busy moving product across the realm. So it's a lot of fun. And Budgie said, yeah, Budgie and Anthony. Hey, it's gonna be big. Star Wars. It's a big Star Wars week. More snackages coming tomorrow for Oceanside. This is a lucky crew down in Oceanside. Let's see if we can find. I'm gonna search for. I need to figure out what this deck is. Okay, I spelled it wrong. Okay, so here's Toad Scroll. Let's take a look at this card. What's this card trying to do? Ability Protective. Mycelium. Prevent all effects of attacks from your opponent's Pokemon until all of your Pokemon have energy attached. Interesting. And Colony Rush 80+. This stack just 40 more damage for each of your bench Pokemon that has any energy attached. That's pretty dope. Okay, so this thing hits hard and has a fog effect, effectively. And appreciate the hydration there, Annie. Always keep me going. Whether it's snacks or hydration. Hey, Lux, appreciate that. Hope you have a great evening as well. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for saying hello. Thanks for checking into the giveaway. Hopefully you all can see the giveaway link on Twitch and YouTube. Fill that thing out. It's on the profile page and the links on TikTok. And we were giving away Prismatic Evolutions. We're giving away Obsidian Flames and Stellar Crown at the end of the stream. You don't have to be present to win. We appreciate the lurk, the engagement, all that fun stuff. But hey, if you got some time to hang, cool. If not, thanks for popping through. And we're doing it. We're doing the thing. Let me move these actually up a little bit. Toad Scroll. That looks like, okay, I think I see a Toad Scroll over on Roman's side. And so the Pikachu Lost Box is over on Daniel's side, which was how it was presented. And Dora says, I'm new to the community here, but have been going to Lake Forest location a lot, and the staff there is great. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate that a ton. A bunch of first-time chats tonight. That's the beauty of doing the different game, because we have done so much Lorcana in the last year, which has been great. We love the game.
Got you. The Kingslayer found you. The Kingslayer's
that I feel like that little follow song gets longer and longer. Skull Knoll PTR, what's happening? Thanks for popping in. What is good indeed? What is good indeed? Hey, we've got giveaways going on. There's 3 different Pokemon items we're giving away for free shipping. Just fill out that form. We just use that to contact you if you win. We do a little wheel that we spin at the end of the stream. We've been streaming for over a year now, predominantly Lorcana. We have done a fair amount of Pokemon as well, but it's been a while. And cool. Okay, Skull, you played down Oceanside. That's awesome. Are you playing in the event right now? And if you are playing in the event right now, what deck are you on? Looks like Roman's picking up a prize card there. Daniel still has 6 prize cards on their end. They go ahead and put another Pokemon on their active slot. You're not playing tonight. Nice. Hey, if you want to give me any tips in terms of what Pokemon are in the active space, I think we have the Toedscruel EX is the active Pokemon, I believe, on Roman's side. But what is the active Pokemon there? You're gonna be there for the League Cup night. So you play Dragapult. Excellent. Yeah, Pokemon is on fire right now, and it's so cool to see that the organized play side is also keeping up with how crazy people are into the collecting side as well. So very, very good stuff. Yeah, I wonder when the League Cup is comfy. I think it's a Lost Zone deck. It's a Lost. Yeah, Trent told me it's a Pikachu Lost box, but I don't know what. Comfy is the name of the card. First, I was like, yeah, I'm pretty comfortable too. But he meant that is the name of the Pokemon. Let's find it. Maybe it's not the name. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm looking up decks. Cards. FEY, it looks like. Got it. Okay, that's this one. Maybe not. I can figure it out. Here we go. This one has an ability, the flower selecting. If I have the correct one, this just looks like a foil picture. Once in your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you look at the top 2 cards of your deck and put one into them into your hand and the other into the Lost Zone. Okay, that's the Lost Zone. Got it. Okay, sweet. So you're putting cards in the Lost Zone, and I imagine there's some sort of benefit with the Pikachu or something. We streamed Pokemon probably like 3 or 4 months ago, and I saw some of these decks, but I don't quite perfectly remember. We're all learning. Okay, new Pokemon goes in the active slot there for Roman. Can't wait for rotation. Going to miss some cards. Hey Victor, what when is standard rotation for Pokemon? When is that coming up? And we're doing it. We're doing that thing. We're doing giveaways. We've got 3 different prizes tonight. In April. Ooh. Big rotation coming up soon. I have to look that up. Here we go. April 11th. Yeah. Mirage Gate helps put energy on Pokemon when you have 7 in Lost. Okay. The Mirage Gate. So when you have 7 in the Lost Zone, which you're just trying to fill that Lost Zone up with 7, it's kind of like an exile. It seems like equivalent. Let's look at Mirage Gate really quick if I can find it. All right. So Mirage Gate reads. I'm going to make this a little bit larger so folks can read it with me if they'd like. For those learning, I'm learning, so I'm assuming there's some other learners in the room. Happy learning, y'all. Mirage Gate reads, it's a trainer item. You can use this card only if you have 7 or more cards in the Lost Zone. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards of different types and attach them to your Pokemon in any way that you'd like, then shuffle your deck. So this deck must have some major payoff for having lots of energy attached to lots of Pokemon. And good evening indeed, JP. What's going on? Hopefully life is good. We've got Pikachu Lost Box. Daniel's on Pikachu Lost Box. Roman is on Toedscruel EX. And welcome in. Thanks for coming by. It's pretty fun. We've done, like I mentioned before, a lot of Lorcana in the last 12 months. So going to a new game and seeing all the new follows. Make sure you're following. Another thing we can mention if you are an Amazon Prime member, you can, for free, just connect your Prime account to Twitch. I put a link there on the Twitch account. So not all of us pop into Twitch very often, but if you do have an Amazon Prime account, you can link it to Twitch. You can give us a free Prime sub. It's super supportive to the mission over here at Kingslayer and keeps the content flowing. But yeah, appreciate that support and that love. And we are doing the giveaways. You got 3 different prizes tonight. Prismatic, Obsidian Flames, and Stellar Crown. We're going to give those away at the end of the stream. So I don't know if we'll be doing 3, 4, or 5 rounds. We're just kind of going to wing it here, but we are 30-minute rounds, and we've got, I don't know, what is it, 10, 11 minutes left, 13 left in round 1. Oh, here we go. All right, JP. I'm loving this. Okay, JP says, I'm now 1 week smoke free, and I quit cold turkey. Nice. Congratulations. That is a pain, and that I too have dabbled in the. I'm assuming we're talking the nicotine front. Fun fact: Kingslayer lore used to partake in that that lovely, tasty chemical that is very useless. Long time, way beyond the nether realm, the nether ages of the realm. But it is rough. It is rough quitting, and congrats on making it a week. And you got this, man. You got this. It's one of those things. It's rough. Dano could use Mirage Gate to have energy on Iron Hands to swing on Latias EX or Ogrepon that have 110 damage with Amp Attack for 3 prizes. Okay. So Amp Attack is that an ability so that they can prize for 3 cards? Use Mirage Gate and energy. Let's take a look at Iron Hands. That is, I think we're looking at this guy here. Oh, nice. Amp you very much. If your opponent, and so okay, this one is just, you need 4 energy on it so that, you know, the Lost Zone is helping you get more energy quickly onto Iron Hands, and then it's allowing you to prize 3 times. That's pretty cool. I like it. IG Mark Anthony, we're doing Pokemon. We're doing it. And appreciate the share of the live there, Victor, over on TikTok. We're doing the thing. Appreciate any of the follows over on TikTok as well. All the likes, all the love. We're here doing Pokemon. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since we've done Pokemon. It's been a couple weeks since the stream. We're back. Young Bell with the follow. Appreciate the love on Twitch. And we're doing it.
The Kingslayer's got.
We're doing the thing with the stuff. JP says I'm 48 and I've been smoker since 19. That's a long run. That's a long stretch. You can do it, man. You can do it. Congrats again. And yeah, it takes a lot of fortitude. When are you streaming Lake Forest? For Pokemon, Evan, it was the question of streaming like Pokemon in Lake Forest. That's something we can do. You tell me. You tell me when you want us to stream in Lake Forest. Let's do it. Is our Pokemon night at Lake Forest? Is it? It's Monday, right? This is for Oceanside, actually. Yeah, we're down in Oceanside right now. I mean, I'm in Costa Mesa, but the camera is in Oceanside right now. We're cruising. Yeah, let's do it Monday. I don't know about this Monday, but how about a Monday soon? I think we should absolutely do it in Lake Forest. I think Maddie can handle it. I think Maddie can multitask and help me out with give me some sweet card data. Let me adjust something real quick. A little bit better there, a little bit more readable on the card capture there for Iron Hands. Monday, yeah, let's do it. I'll see if I can do it this Monday. I mean, I think we're going to be getting into it a little bit more. These JP with the Prime sub for 4 months. Appreciate you.
Gaming _1 just subscribed with Prime.
Yeah, JP, I from like, I don't know, it was probably 18 until, gosh, what was it? When did I finally quit? Let's see, I'm 30. I'll be 38 in a week. It's probably like 18 to 30-ish. So I had a run. I had a solid run. Solid run there. 222 probably better for prizing. Budgie. I love Roman's Grass list. I played against it last week and it is awesome. Hey, what's up, Ben? How's it going, man? Good to see you. That's great that's cool that you're getting out there and getting your Pokemon on, getting in the streets with the community. I love it. Hopefully life is good, Ben. Hopefully life is good. And we're back on the grind, back on the Pokemon grind. I'm excited to be a part of that for Oceanside. I think they were really excited. We haven't streamed on there in months, and so I told them, I was like, boot up the DeLorean. Let's get this thing going. And so we got the stream set up rolling. Lorcana was going to be light tonight just because of our Lorcana was going to be light tonight because of the new set coming out tomorrow. So it gave us a good opportunity to highlight the Pokemon community in Oceanside. And hey, let's do it. We're doing some fun giveaways. And Boofy Bish says, "Hey, this isn't Lorcana, but Boofy, this is Oceanside." So that's good, right? We got part of it right. But yeah, it's happening. It's happening. Lorcana will be back. It's the last day of not Azurite Sea. Yes, today is technically the last day of Azurite Sea before Arcasia's Island comes out. It is raining in Oceanside. It's raining everywhere, and it's supposed to be raining a bunch next week too. Not really thrilled with that, but you know, here we are. And how do we feel the state of the meta for Pokemon is going to be post rotation here? Kind of an exciting time for Pokemon too, where Lorcana, you've got, you know, brand new set that has a lot of archetype changes, has dual ink cards. Hopefully we see like a really big shakeup in the hierarchy of Lorcana decks. But with Pokemon, I'm just getting, now that I'm being re-educated about kind of where the meta is, with a set rotation happening in less than a month or a little over a month. What a great time to get into Pokemon with all the changes coming. JP says, I didn't pull a single enchanted from Azurite. Oof. There we go. Hey, appreciate that, Mark, over on the YouTube front. Appreciate the love, getting those comments going. Did you guys see that? I posted it in our Slack chat today. You guys see that bald eagle? That bald eagle over in Big Bear? That stream is amazing. Ooh, okay. Fun fact coming in from Trent here. Daniel forgot to shuffle after using his Mirage gate, so they had to fix game state. So thanks, Trent, for fixing the game state for us here and keeping the integrity of the matches as tight and sound as possible. Young Bell says, I want to start joining the Oceanside Pokemon games on Thursday. Are you able to just show up with an in-rotation deck and you're good? Yes, 100%. And 100%, Young Bell. You can call the store if you have any questions. They'll be happy to help you out and go over that kind of stuff. I would recommend going a little bit early, and you can talk to other players that are playing and maybe get a practice game in. Yeah, if you have an in-rotation deck, you can just show up. Sometimes they hit capacity, so we also offer signups on our website, so you can sign up ahead of time. But you can also call the night of the event and just see. But yeah, feel free to come on down and play. Hey, what's up, Jill? Jill and Caden, what is happening? Oh yeah, there was there only a couple. I didn't see the highlights, the recap of the bald eagle stuff. I only saw it live today, so I haven't seen the eggs or the hatched bald eagles. And everyone is really nice in Oceanside. That is true. JP says, I was stationed in San Diego for 9 years, never went to Big Bear. Yeah, it's depending on where you're from. I mean, it is a mountain range in California, so it has all the, you know, mountainy things, but compared to, like, I don't know, the Sierras or something, it's mini mountains. Ben says, Young Bell, that's where I play. It is great. It is an awesome community. And Annie is really nice as well. Lady Say is a staff member over at Kingslayer in Oceanside. She is fantastic. What is this chat stream you're using to pull YouTube and Twitch? This thing is called, a friend of mine, Aaron, over Dungeon Master of Kingslayer, also known as Game Panda Plays on Twitch. We raid his stream frequently. We'll see if he's streaming tonight, so we can raid him. It's actually this app called Social Stream, and it pulls in the chat for both. But there's also something else I'm using that I might be migrating to that's a little bit more like another level up, because all the tools just kind of get better all the time with streaming. Yeah, the thing I'm using, it's called Social Stream. It's just me. You lost to playing with Hot... Oh, no. Caden's playing with Hot Wheels instead of watching the stream. I mean, it is Pokemon. I don't know how excited he is about Pokemon versus Lorcana, but yeah, we're vibing. We're hanging out. Hanging out with Daniel, Roman, and our community, watching some Pokemon and giving away some stuff, which is exciting. And we've got, let's see. I'm kind of curious how many rounds we're expecting tonight. It looks like Young Bell says, "Yeah, I'm just trying to get into the Pokemon card game as a whole. Though I've been playing some games on TCG Live to learn. That's a great way to learn. So a couple differences, but it's a great way to learn. I think we do. I post content on our YouTube channel and stuff periodically, or on TikTok, and I was thinking about a way. The hype and fever pitch and FOMO for Pokemon right now is like for collectors, of course, is like is never been in more demand. And I was thinking about making some sort of content to talk about like the best way to get, if you want to collect Pokemon and it's really important to you to like be a part of that, even though there's a ton of FOMO and hype and overpriced stuff, go play your local game stores, because I feel like that's a great way to get closer to the core of what like collecting Pokemon cards is, because you're getting prizing from events or like participation packs, but you're also trading with other community members and learning about collecting and the ins and outs, and you're hearing good stories and meeting people and playing face to face. Like we're big on at Kingslayer, we're big on like playing in the flesh and blood. It's also a reason why we're very into the game called Flesh and Blood. But the in-person experience of playing card games is something that you just don't get from a lot of other ways that you can play games, which we all play video games and do other things as well. But I think if you're into Pokemon or wanting to get into collecting, playing at your LGS is like a great way to kind of just experience the love of the game. And the audio is low on Twitch. Okay, let me turn that up. See if that is a little bit better. Hopefully the audio is a little bit higher. And okay, so Caden has actually really gotten into Pokemon cards. It could be because I won't let him touch my Lorcana once. Yeah, he'll probably be into the game that you let him play. Probably, I could see that happening. And IG says audio is good on my end for Twitch. Thank you so much, Mark. And Ben says trading has been huge at Oceanside for me recently. I'm loving it. That's one thing I did notice from the Oceanside community the last time I was down there for a Pokemon event, is like they all just bring their binders out. It ends up being a little bit of a trade night before you start playing, and it's pretty neat. As a kid, I collected cards but never learned to play. Then nowadays, most of my old collection is ruined, gone, but I'm wanting to learn and play finally. Would Kingslayer ever sponsor players for larger Pokemon events? Says Evan. It's something we've done in the past. So we did it probably pre-COVID. We had a Magic team that played and traveled, and like some of those, actually Anthony's in the chat, so he was on that team and played competitive Magic, and Andrew, who works at Kingslayer, was on that team. So we've done it in the past. It ends up being, it's trying to find like the what's best for a player and for store, and like sponsorship through player is kind of the advantages for Magic were in the past were like for Modern, for example, Modern decks in Magic, at least back then, could be like $800. And so for the players that are really, really good, they maybe don't have the money to like buy the deck that's hot at that moment for that event. Like the store would allow them to like borrow cards or something. Pokemon doesn't have that need. Like Pokemon, the card prices are so affordable that it's not really the average deck costs are so low that you don't need the stores for that reason. So finding like marketing value or something versus support is kind of like, I think if it's all for like bragging rights and just like, oh hey, I want to rep my LGS, I think that's like a cool thing that we can interface on and consider doing shirts or jerseys or something. Sir Aaron 06, what's up, Sir Aaron? So usually what ends up happening more organically is we have a period of time where we sell hoodies or shirts or something, and then like our locals end up like just kind of repping that. But it's hard to find like the right sweet spot of marketing value. And for us, we don't end up just doing one game. Like we're so diverse with all the TCGs that we support and Warhammer and D&D. So it's hard for us to be like really, really all in on something. So what we do instead is like Anthony created our Elite Four program, which if you guys are the Pokemon players that played our sword know what that is, but our Elite Four program, basically every season, which is 12 weeks or approximately 3 months. In that season, the players that play in weeklies earn points over time, and then the top 4 at the end of the season get a hoodie or a hat or a shirt or some combination of the two, and then they're like our Elite Four members. So if you join our Discord, which our Discord, I'll put a link in Twitch right now if you're not in our Discord, you can learn more about the Elite Four program. There are too many Anthony's. There you can learn about the Elite Four program and talk to our Pokemon community there about that. So instead of like putting time into trying to have like a pro team or like a Kingslayer team traveling and competing, we've done like, hey, let's look at how we can make our in-store experience more engaging. But yeah, that's a good point, Ben, for modern deck list stuff. Limitless is a great spot. That's what I'm using to pull up the cards here in the chat. But we're doing it. We're doing the thing. We're back with Pokemon at Oceanside and enjoying it. It's good turnout. What is up, Oscar? What is happening? How is life? Are we ready for Gundam in July? I guess we have 4 months, but it was like, hey, have a pre-release event in February for a game that comes out in July.
Kingslayer's got you. The Kingslayer
Renji,
found you.
what is up, Renji?
Kingslayer's
Appreciate the follow. Welcome to the community. And Sir Aaron was the last follow too, a couple minutes ago. But a lot of good follows happening right now. I think it's what happens when we switch games. We got, Anthony, we just got to switch games every single week. Star Wars tomorrow, then Magic. Could you imagine if we did OP streaming all the different games that we support OP for? We got Union Arena, other things, other games that we stream and support. And Oscar is back. Ooh.
Phantom F just subscribed with Prime. Let's go.
That is 12 months. That is a 12-month sub right there. That you've been doing this for 12. Can you believe we've been doing this for 12 months? It is it's pretty cool. We broke that 1 year mark back in January. But yeah, hopping around for singles, that's always kind of fun. I love that experience of when you're like really into a TCG to the point where you're like, all right, I'm ordering the rest of my singles I need on TCG Player, and you hit that submit cart button, and then you're just like, yeah, waiting for all those envelopes to show up in the mail. Where is Mr. Postman? And Sir Aaron 06, new here. Do y'all have a schedule for what days you stream what games? So no, not right now, unfortunately. Generally, we stream Lorcana on Thursdays, and that's like the one game we stream. Now you're probably asking, you're streaming Pokemon right now, Mr. Travis. What is happening? We're at the end of our Lorcana season, so that's why we're not streaming Lorcana today. So we're doing Pokemon because it's popping off everywhere. We've got 23 players in this event right now in Oceanside. We have some news at Kingslayer. There's some stuff is happening behind the scenes, which makes it hard for me to do as much content as I want to be doing compared to some of the behind the scenes stuff that's happening. So Ben says that the last league challenge had me scrambling for some cards. But so Thursdays is like my almost non-negotiable. I am streaming on Thursdays day, and it's usually Lorcana. And if this goes well, like so far so good. It looks like we've got a great turnout tonight. So if Pokemon goes well and we're really excited about streaming Pokemon, maybe what we'll do is Pokemon on Monday nights, Lorcana on Thursdays might be an option, or some combination of the two. We can adjust some stuff over time. We are not streaming Star Wars Unlimited tomorrow. When's the first constructed Star Wars Unlimited event? Probably a week or two out. I play a lot of Pokemon, but we just getting into Lorcana, so I'll definitely need to catch it. Nice. Yeah, if you play a Pokemon on Lorcana, those would be the things that we probably stream most frequently. Definitely on the Lorcana side. Looks like we got time in the round, more or less here, so we'll get turns going here. So, the thing, let's see here. Yeah, appreciate that, Evan. Appreciate that. So behind the scenes, so we've got three stores in Southern California. Our oldest store, or the first store, is in Fountain Valley. It's gonna be 10 years old this year. So, well, not that building per se, but Kingslayer is 10 years old, and we've been in Fountain Valley for 10 years. So we have a new building site for a Fountain Valley expansion, which looks like we're gonna be in the Costco Center by the end of the year is the goal. So there's a lot of moving parts as the owner of the company. There's a lot of things that like only I can do. So what I really wanted to do this year and beyond is do content, stream 2 to 3 times a week, different games, and then also be focusing on our content arm of the company on TikTok and YouTube and Twitch and Instagram and all that stuff, and really focus on the community development side. But because we've identified the expansion for Fountain Valley as being something we really want to do this year, that's all kind of out the window because I have to focus on that. But it means people like Anthony, it means that we could be over 100 player capacity every single day at our new site by the end of the year in Fountain Valley. And it means we can do multiple formats for multiple games that we haven't been able to do in a long time. So multiple formats for Magic, more frequent alternative TCGs on different nights, war gaming tables up constantly, D&D rooms. We could stream more frequently. So that by 2026, and maybe it's like a January 2026, we'll be. And there's more parking. There's also, you guys are Fountain Valley folks. The spoiled Oceanside and Lake Forest people don't know this, but the Fountain Valley folks have not had HVAC. For those of you that don't know what that means, they have not had air conditioning or heating or any sort of temperature control for 10 years. So this new site will have full HVAC. And over by the Costco Center, you've got Costco Pizza. You've got Subway, Starbucks, Hawaiian barbecue, Japanese food, a couple other things over there. So that's going to take up a lot of my time, unfortunately. But I definitely want to be streaming games as much as possible. And the goal will be once new stores open, the new mega store for our expansion will be on the content path towards world domination, or at least local game store improvement. But yeah, that's the news. That's the behind the scenes news that makes life incredibly busy. And Daniel's Lost Box stack there is absolutely massive. And I think only has, they're on turns here, but I think he's only got 2 cards left in his library. Roman might only have 1. I don't know if he drew for turn there. He must have. Yeah, and I think Lorcana is such a great second game to pick up, especially if you're really into Magic or Pokemon or Magic, Pokemon, or Yu-Gi-Oh, or any of those types of games. I think Lorcana is kind of a nice palette cleanse. And if you're into that IP or have family that are into any of the Disney intellectual properties, I think it's kind of a fun game to play. It's kind of exciting. Evan says, this guy is slow playing. Well, they are on turns. We've started overtime. They're on turn 0. So there's I think, I actually should have mentioned, it's 30-minute rounds plus 5 minutes of overtime, and then they go to turns, apparently. No HVAC. We are built different in Fountain Valley. Bring on the softies from the other stores. It's true. Yeah, they go into play competitive events in June or August in Fountain Valley, and they're just like, what the hell is this place? Yeah, at least yeah, maybe if a player is slow playing, they're slow playing in turns, so they're just kind of like getting themselves at this point. I think they're. What's up, Prez? That's why I'm learning. My wife doesn't really like Pokemon, but loves Disney, so we're learning together. That's awesome. Heck yeah, that's what we're here for. Love to see it. Okay, there was 3 cards left in Daniel's deck. Oh, and he had, I wonder if he has to draw 2. Okay, gets his ace spec, something or other there. What up, players? Slayers, I mean. Nice. What's up, Georgie boy? Appreciate the positive vibes. It looked like did Daniel get the win there? And I think he prized out. We'll find out here. Kind of looked away right at the moment of truth. What up, players? I mean slayers. Love it. Love it. Cool. Well, that was probably, I kind of like when, if the round is going to go to time, I kind of like that it's the one on feature match. You know what I mean? Like, that's the worst when you got the match that just ends in 5 minutes and you're like, all right, somebody move over. Somebody move over. Please, somebody move over. But no, we're good. We're going to hop into round 2 real soon. I'm going to get the verified winner here momentarily. But yeah, appreciate everyone hopping in and hanging out. That giveaway form is it's pinned on Twitch and YouTube. And it's also, if you're hanging out on TikTok, just go to the profile page, click the link, click the links section, and click the Google form, fill that thing out. How fast are matches for Pokemon? Yeah, I mean, they oftentimes draw. Pokemon, more than any other TCG I've ever seen in my life, there's a lot of draws, and they frequently go to time. Last hurrah of LZB. Is that the Lost Zone box, I'm assuming? And yeah, it was a Daniel win there. So congrats to Daniel on getting that game at the right at the final moments there. We're able to snatch that victory. And this is a regular locals for us. We do we often have league cups or league challenges. We do monthly league challenges and quarterly league cups. But this is our regular weekly standard event. Hanging out with our community here. We've got 23 players in this locals tonight. And generally, we're doing Lorcana on Thursdays, but it's the end of season for Lorcana. It's the last day of Azurite Sea. So instead of doing that, we are doing this and hanging out with the Oceanside crew. Trent is helping us out big time. We also have Nick in the house. So thanks, Nick, for holding it down there and keeping the place nice and tidy and clean. And we've got, I guess one of the new things is we've got Japanese Pokemon in stores as of last Tuesday. So about 10 days ago, we stocked the shelves with Japanese Pokemon. And that has been flying off the shelves at a meteoric pace. J-Ram in the house. What's going on? What's going on, sir? Good to see you. Good to see you. And a Japanese Pokemon is in stores, and especially in Oceanside, they cannot keep it on the shelf. And I called Alex up today. I was like, "Hey, man, what are you guys doing down there? What on earth is happening? Why? Like, it's as if it's the only place on earth that sells Japanese Pokemon." And it's just like flying. We have 3 stores, right? So I can look at the data from the 3 stores. It is well over 50% of the Japanese revenue at our 3 stores is coming just from Oceanside, but it is flying off the shelves. So it's to the point where my supplier is like, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing over here? What's happening? Like, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. It's flying. But yeah, we'll see. We'll get our new round here momentarily. We'll get our new pairings. Trent is doing an amazing job. He's not only getting me the player information in terms of who's playing where on what table, but he's giving me our deck archetype. So pretty soon we'll at least get our archetype for the next two decks. And hopefully we get a different player from Daniel. Not that Daniel's not great, but we want to change it up a bit. And I'm assuming they were definitely on overtime and turn, so I'm assuming maybe we're wrapping up one other round, one other table assignment, and then we'll get going. It's Thursday, Pokemon instead of Lorcana. What is going on? What is going on, Jamie? And we are here. We're doing Pokemon instead of Lorcana because it is the last day of the season of Azurite Sea, and the new set comes out tomorrow for Lorcana. So we had 23 players. Look at these playmats. Beautiful, beautiful. Ooh, Yokohama 2023. With the I'm pretty sure it's a Lapras. Really awesome mat there, and we'll get our player names here in a moment. And yeah, since it's the last day of the season for Lorcana, I expected that it was going to be a pretty light turnout at our Lake Forest store for that. So Oceanside had 23 players for Pokemon, so we're like, let's do it. We're sending Pokemon full send. We have 3 different Pokemon giveaways happening, so make sure to join in on that fun. There's a pinned post on YouTube and Twitch, and in the links on TikTok, and we'll be back. It's Tobias. Prez says it's Tobias. Okay, we'll see what side. What side is Tobias on? I think. We'll see. Victor versus Chuck. So Victor's on the Charmander map. What's up? Good to see you. Man, Victor was one of our original players at this store when we opened the store 3 years ago. Victor's on the Charmander map. He's playing Gardevoir versus Chuck playing Ancient Box. All right, Chuck. And we're in round number 2. I'm going to change our timer to 35 minutes because 30 minutes is kind of a lie because we have 5 minutes of overtime. 2,300 seconds. Does that math check out? No. 2,200 seconds? No. There we go. All right, 35 minutes on the clock. We are cooking. Ooh, those card sleeves are nice too. So yeah, Gardevoir versus Ancient Box starting right now. Thanks so much, Trent. Trent getting us all the details. So there's some beautiful mats. Love the streams, Javier. Hey, appreciate that. We're back. We're back in live. We missed a week, and we're missing Lorcana, of course. But hey, new sets tomorrow. Right now, we're focusing on Pokemon, and excited to see what Chuck and Victor are up to. And Victor's great. Community. I mean, these the Oceanside community members. It's kind of fun. I mean, every store's different. Every store's great. Everybody's great, right? Everyone's great. But there are some like special community members that have really helped us establish communities in stores and helped the community like get going. And he's he and his family have been super supportive and awesome down there and getting us going. So, and always turn up. I mean, like, they don't really miss weeks. And we're doing the thing. So yeah, and anyone in chat, whether you're on YouTube or Twitch or TikTok, if you can help me out, and if you ever mention like what active Pokemon are in place, I'd be happy to pull them up and learn a little bit more about the game as we're going here. So feel free to shout out any active Pokemon, and I will pull them up on screen. We can learn about it a little bit more and you know, get a little bit more educated on the game plan. We're in round number 2. We are doing 4 rounds confirmed from Trent, so a few more rounds, and we'll do our giveaway at the end. You do not have to be present to win. We're going to email you by next month or by this upcoming Monday and let you know, and we'll get your shipping information or what your local store is so you can pick up. So you don't have to be present to win. It's awesome if you are present and or lurking your way through, but you know, we're open to either one. All right, we're doing it. Looks like we got, it's kind of interesting there, Ben. I got your message. I see your message on screen, but it didn't pop up on Twitch chat for some reason. I think it's a Flutter Mane is what you said. Let's take a look. Yes, looking Flutter Mane. Boom. All right, so Flutter Mane from Victor here has an ability, Midnight Fluttering. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent's active Pokemon has no abilities except for Midnight Fluttering. Okay, cool. Shuts off whatever that active ability is. Love it. Hex Hurl does 90 damage, needs 3 energy attached. Put 2 damage counters on your opponent's bench Pokemon in any way that you'd like. Okay, that's probably not the reason why you start with that in your active space. It's more for a shutdown. Fluttermane versus Fluttermane is a funny ruling interaction. The player going first gets the ability priority. That's cool. It's good to know. Let's see. Is that... see if we can find the correct Gardevoir. Oh, is that a Cloth? What crab is that? It is not a Cloth. It looks like a crab from here, but I don't think it is. It must be the Gardevoir. Learning together. Victor go ahead and pass the turn. Put up the Fluttermane again. Love it. Badoo just got KO'd by Roaringman's Vengeance. Okay, let's do it. I'm assuming it's this Badoo. Aha, okay. There we go. We found this. Found what I thought was a club. Will streams ever come to Fountain Valley, says Joel. So Joel, I don't know if you were here when I was mentioning this earlier, but we are Fountain Valley is moving towards the end of this year, and will be intentionally built out with a streaming setup in a way that we haven't done before at the other 2 stores. So yes, but it probably won't be until Fountain Valley moves over to the new location, which we're eyeing, the Costco Center right now. We're in like proposal back and forth steps right now, locking in that site. And once it happens, our capacity at Fountain Valley is going to, more than double, and we'll have more content going on at that store for sure. And then we'll be able to stream from all 3 stores. It'll be really cool. So yeah, that is coming for sure to Joel there. Hopefully that helps. And it's not that we can't do it before we move, but it is a little bit of a technological some barriers technologically to make that work easily, whereas in Oceanside and Lake Forest, it's a little bit more set up for it. But yeah, we are moving. Fountain Valley is staying in Fountain Valley, but we're eyeing the Costco Center. That's in development at the moment. In development. Yeah, we're really excited. I know Anthony has been building our organized play scene at company wide, but specifically at Fountain Valley for 3 years now, and he's Pokemon is very important to him with the Elite Four program. So we're excited to continue the development of our organized play scene in Fountain Valley. So we've been in Fountain Valley for 10 years. So we're not leaving Fountain Valley, but we are gonna try to build out that space. And it's one day we're all gonna look back on when we used to sweat our butts off at Fountain Valley in the middle of the summer playing some card game. I think I know which side of the Costco you're talking about. Would love to see the store there. Only downside is you'd be like a 10-minute walk for me instead of the 5-minute walk. Oh, for sure. Yeah. It gives us some visibility there that we don't have on Slater. And the parking and HVAC. So things that our other stores have in abundance, like Oceanside and Lake Forest have plenty of parking and they have HVAC and air conditioning. So it's Fountain Valley has done us well. It's still our highest volume store, but it's deserving an upgrade. TikTok wants me to tell it that I'm still live, which I am. I'm still here. We're still rocking and rolling, and but yeah, excited for that. Excited for the growth of Kingslayer in and across the realm. Yeah, so this Roaring Moon, let's take a look at this card because I want to get to know what this is. This Roaring Moon has an ability called Vengeance Fletching. This attack does 10 more damage for each ancient card in your discard pile. That's cool. Speedwing. Okay, so this Roaring Moon can hit like a house if you have a way to accelerate your discard. That's pretty sweet. And Chuck has 2 of them on the bench. So 2 of them on the bench, and 1 is loaded up and just chucking. I was almost going to ask if it was post-rotation, then I saw the ninja. I'm sick of this format. We're close, Dark Whims of Scott. Appreciate the follow over there on TikTok. And yeah, we're close. We're close to rotation. I think we were talking about that earlier. April 11th, we'll be there. I'm relearning Pokemon right now as we're going. We usually stream Pokemon on Thursday, or Lorcana on Thursdays. So I'm here, relearning some Pokemon stuff. But awesome. Victor's even got the abilities on screen there for us. Appreciate you, Victor. And looks like Chuck has already prized twice. But yeah, so I'm excited to see what this new format for Pokemon gives us. And maybe we're going to be streaming Pokemon on the weekly. I mean, depending on how well this goes, and have to look and see what the community's asking for. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on this year with expansion. And we just went to last week. We just went to the retail convention for like our industry. It's called Gamma. So a bunch of our staff was out there learning and trying to find ways to make our experience at Kingslayer as awesome as possible from a product mix perspective and community development, social media, all that kind of stuff. And 1 more month, then we can be rid of the dreaded fish. Nice. Okay, what is the dreaded fish? Tell me. Ooh, Ben says, who hates Luminion? Okay, Luminion is the dreaded fish, apparently. Luminion, let's see what we got. Guardy with Toad is shocking. Must be a heavy recursion locals. All right, which Luminion is the oppressor? Let me see if I can guess. Luminion V because of Forest Seal Stone. Okay. I'm assuming it's this Luminion V. Is there one that isn't that? Luminous Sign. When you play this Pokemon from your hand on your bench, is it this one? You keep talking about the Realm. I know. The Realm is another store. I've been changing it to the Kingdom lately, but it's hard to talk about Kingslayer stores in a plural sense without like having to just say the whole thing. So I'm kind of trying to shortcut it, you know? This is the one. Okay. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may search your deck for. Okay, it's just a fetch land. Search your deck for a supporter card, reveal it, and put it in your hand, then shuffle your deck. Got it. Yeah, the fish just lets you search. It's a searching fish. It's a perfect blue card. Got it. Thanks, Dark. Appreciate the engagement over there on TikTok. We have a giveaway going on. We're giving away Prismatic Evolutions bundle, a Obsidian Flames building battle, and a Stellar Crown building battle. All you have to do to enter is fill out the form. Twitch and YouTube, there's a pinned post. Just click on that, fill that form out. You're entered to win. We only contact you if you win. That's all it's used for. If you're on TikTok, go to the profile page, go to links, click the Google form link, fill that thing out. You're good to go. And yeah, giving away 3 different Pokemon prizes tonight. If you're hanging out, you might as well fill that out. Don't want to miss a chance to do that. I think Redrago V-Star is the worst deck to be around. I can't wait for it to be gone. Nice. Hey, your wish will be granted here on April 11th. I'll go with the Kingdom. We're going to go with the Kingdom. I'm sure the Kingdom is also another game store, but, you know, Kingslayers have to have a king to slay, and there's probably a kingdom involved some way, shape, or form. Victor's still with 5 cards to prize here. Chuck's got 4. We got about 22 minutes left, 23 minutes left in the round. And it looks like there was a sort of a switch there. Looks like the Gardevoir got put up in the active zone. And Victor picked up another prize card there. One thing I've seen in my 20 years in local game stores is a bounty system at Kingslayer would be on theme and fun. Yeah, we've tried, maybe not to any degree of success, but we had looked at things like that conceptually and either just not really put them into place or they got kind of shot down. But it could be kind of fun where whoever won locals last week did something like whoever won last week, if you're able to beat them the following week, you get a pack or something. Could be kind of a cool way to engage with that. Triple B, no stream last week. I let everyone down. So I've had a cold for like a month, and then we went to Gamma last week, which is like the game retailer convention, and then we traveled back, got back late Wednesday, and Friday I was just like had nothing in the tank, and it's hard. The end of Lorcana seasons have been a little bit tougher this past season with attendance, and we've been trying different things. Like we did 2v2 the week before. We're doing Lore Common, basically like a popper format for Lorcana, but it's Lorcana's a new game, so it's like there's going to be sets that kind of maybe don't have as much momentum towards the end of a cycle as others. So we kind of cut it short this season. But yeah, trying to go weekly. And hey, if people want Pokemon, and Pokemon's so on fire right now that I feel like maybe it's hard to miss, and we focus on Pokemon a little bit on Mondays and keep it going on. Next week, Lorcana Thursday for sure. It'll be our sealed event. I'll probably get some help, either between James or Eric. I might have someone help me on commentating for that with all the new cards coming out. But yeah, we're looking to keep that weekly consistency going. And tonight, 23 players in Pokemon and Oceanside, so we're hanging out with that crew. Yeah, that crazy cold that's been going around. I haven't been sick in, I feel like, years. Like in terms of, I had a little bit of the sniffles every now and then or whatever, but that thing was like not fun. I've been like a dry cough, like staying up. That was the other brutal part, is it's like really hard to sleep because you're just coughing all the time. So kind of running on no sleep for like 4 weeks or whatever it was of having that was just dumb. But it would be fun to have streaming Pokemon on Thursdays, since I might end up on stream finally. That would be cool. And I think the biggest sacrifice is like, well, that means we wouldn't be streaming Lorcana on Thursdays. So I think if we want to keep to Lorcana, we could look at doing the Oceanside stream for Lorcana on Wednesdays, or maybe the Fountain Valley one on Mondays. But it'd be nice. I think it's time to change it up a little bit, have some variety. But that was always the tough part, was like our Pokemon scene in Oceanside is so solid, but it was always on the Lorcana night, so it's like they're always running into each other. Can't get the dry cough myself, so I know the feeling. Yeah, so it's just rough. I felt so bad for my wife because I'm just like, it's bedtime, and then I'm just like dying. Like, all right, I'm gonna sleep on the couch because I'm just keeping everyone awake. But yeah, I think we're on the other end of that. We're on the other end. And it's good times, good times. Appreciate everyone popping in. We're doing the giveaways. The giveaways are active. So make sure to fill those out while you're hanging out. And you don't have to be present to win. So fill that form out. Lurk if you can. If not, we'll message you if you win. Or you can always watch the VOD later on YouTube. It'll be the VODs are on Twitch for a couple weeks, but the YouTube one is there forever. So you can go and check it out. Watch your match back or watch some of the plays. Victor's going to attach some energy there. And do the old switcherooski. And attaching so much energy. What ability is allowing Victor just to attach energy from discard at will? Wild stuff. I feel bad for Victor. This is such a hard matchup for Gardevoir with type disadvantage. Okay, is there like a resistance not in, or is there resistance in Chuck's favor here? Gardevoir EX. Can we pull it up? Gardevoir EX can accelerate. Nice. Okay, here we go. Psychic Embrace. As often as you'd like during your turn, you may attach basic psychic energy from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. If you attach energy to a Pokemon in this way, put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. You can't use this ability on Pokemon that would be knocked out. Okay, cool. That's cool. Got it. Okay, dark energy hits for double on Psychic. Okay, good to know. Yeah, it says right there on the Gardevoir card, the weakness is dark energy. Brutal. Yeah, that is kind of a fun. I love that wrinkle of the game of Pokemon in general that other TCGs don't have in quite as an elegant in as quite of an elegant application as the way that the rock paper scissors weaknesses and resistance system works in Pokemon. I think it's such a cool aspect. But yeah, getting straight dunked on though is brutal too. If your matchup is like, oh yeah, sweet, I'm on this deck, what do you want? Oh, okay, you do like double damage towards me. Great. Awesome. Great times. We believe in you, Victor. 3 prize cards to 2. 3 to 2. With Pokemon, the game really happens both at the table but also before you sit down because of your meta call. Yeah, and I'm sure there's obviously like any TCG, there's the decisions about, like maybe there's the meta globally, and then there's also the meta at your LGS. Like if everyone's showing up with a type that is anti to your deck, then it's just like, well, maybe you have to play some more fringe shenanigans. This is making me want to play Pokemon. This is what happened last time we streamed Pokemon, and there was that cloth deck that just went off. I was like, oh, you know what? This is pretty great. This is pretty fun. And the kids are really into Pokemon. Ryan has been really into playing the video games. So maybe there's a way. Maybe there's a chance I can. There's a chance I can still turn my kids into trading card game players. Like Xavier with Snorlax stall every once in a while. Yeah, pesky Xavier showing up with those good decks and showing up in the winter photos all the time. Or those fringe decks and showing up in the winter photos all the time. He just shows up in the winter photos too much. But that's okay. It's okay. Solid competitor. Solid competitor. Looks like a fishing rod there of a sort. Yeah, it'd be fun to look at decks. If we start doing this weekly, then I'm gonna have to sleeve something up. It's so affordable. It's kind of hard not to put a deck together just because of approachability. Where like, if we were to stream Flesh and Blood, I'm like, oh, let's put that deck together, or Yu-Gi-Oh, let's put that deck together. Oh, $800. Oh, great. Silent Love, what's happening? Welcome to the crew. Welcome in. Welcome back. We took a week off last week. We are here. We're doing Pokemon giveaways and taking a week off from Lorcana, just because we're at the end of a season. We have a new Star Wars set coming out tomorrow, new Lorcana set coming out tomorrow, and we've got new Prismatic bundles in stores tomorrow. We have Japanese Pokemon product in stores as well, in addition to some extra English items that we've been putting out this week. It's wild. This weekend is going to be absolutely insane. Thank you to all the Kingslayer staff members for holding it down. It is going to be one of the busiest weekends probably in like trading card game history this weekend, and it's not even a Magic the Gathering or a Pokemon release. It's kind of a Pokemon release, but not really. But it's busy. It's gonna be busy. So thanks to the staff at Kingslayer and the community for all the support. And we're doing the thing. We're doing Pokemon on Thursday night from Oceanside, and the giveaways are active. There's a pin post on YouTube and Twitch, and in the profile tab for TikTok. Make sure to enter that giveaway. Let's check and see how many folks we have entered so far. Where is that doc? Here we go. 81 folks have entered the giveaway, so 81 folks are in the running here, and we've got we've got a couple more rounds to go. So it's a really awesome turnout. So appreciate everyone for tuning in and hanging with us. We're watching Chuck and Victor in round number 2 at the Oceanside location. I'm actually going to zoom in our feed on TikTok to make it a little bit more visible here. There we go. Sweet. And Chuck is close. Only one prize card remaining. Victor's got 2. He's going to have to get kind of creative here. It's going to be hard to get the... I don't know Pokemon well enough to know if he can prize 2 cards here without... with what Chuck is showing. I'm assuming not. I'm assuming he could prize once and then try to survive next turn, which might be a tall order with the resistance. Umbreon was also my favorite Pokemon, and I really like Toxtricity. Any Pokemon people could make a deck work around those 2 Pokemon. Okay, so there's a challenge. Except James. Yes, except James. James is great. We love James. Umbreon. So, okay, Umbreon and Toxtricity. Any Pokemon people in the chat want to help us build a deck for Umbreon and Toxtricity? Same deck. Is it possible? Can we live the dream? Can we live Triple B's dream? About 11 minutes left in the round. That is including overtime before we go to turns. Victor is trying to figure out the line of play here that can get him surviving. You can do it. You can do it, sir. We're rocking and rolling in round number 2 with Victor and Chuck, and we're doing the thing on Thursday night. So appreciate everyone for tuning in. And big news, as we talked about earlier, we're doing a new Fountain Valley store this year, so we're excited about that. We're going to be adding more content in the form of that location. It's going to be 4,000 square feet over at our new Fountain Valley location, hopefully by the end of the year. And what's up, Eddie? How's it going? We're here. We're doing Pokemon. It's been a while. And Lorcana Thursdays have been the run-of-the-mill, the standard operating procedure for the last, 8 months. But it's been a while for Pokemon, and we're back. Let us know what you think. If you want to see more Pokemon streams, hang around, stick around as long as you can. Make sure to follow. There's that form you can fill out for some free Pokemon. We're giving away a Prismatic bundle, a Obsidian Flames build and battle, and Stellar Crown build and battle. So free Pokemon, we're handing that out. Just fill that form out once, and you'll be entered to win. We do the drawing for that at the end of the stream. Recently really got into a Snorlax build on the games, and he's quickly becoming one of my favorites. I named him Fat Gum, since nicknames on the games are fun. Yes, nicknames... Fun fact, nicknames are fun. I love that. Love that logic. And it looks like Victor's still drawing cards. He's still in the game. You're never out till you're out. It probably wouldn't be too good, but you could theoretically do Toxtricity EX plus an EV EX to Umbreon with the Stellar Crown Noctowl as the search factor. Look at Gunty is really all in on this build here. Crispin helps make the 2 energy costs more manageable. Nice. Okay, there you go. Deck has been built by Gunsykins in one chat thread, one chat message. Boom, top tier deck list. Appreciate that. And we're attaching more energy. Victor is going hard. Dark Whimsicott says he needs Mem Skip to win for Guardy. Okay. All right. Let's see if I can find this Pokemon. Mem Skip. Oh boy. Memory Capsule, maybe is what you're referring to. Look forward to the League Cups coming up this month. Nice. Yeah, we're appreciate the attendance as always. When does the standard rotation correlate at all to when when do the championship points reset for Pokemon? What's the season? I think historically it was always like June or July, right? I think that was when cutoff reset for Worlds. Memory Skip is an ability. Got it. I see. From Ralt. Is it Ralt's ability? Reset is July. Okay. That is a wild flicker. Why does that feel like the power was going out? Anybody? Let me look at Ralts. With an S. Oh, is that little from Tempest? I don't know the set code on here. Silver Tempest. It's probably this one. There it is. Boom. We did it. Memory Skip. Choose one of your active Pokemon's attacks during your opponent's next turn. The Pokemon can't use that attack. Nice. Okay. And the fist bump. Okay, we got there. Chuck got there. Congrats to Chuck. Hey, well played, Victor. Chuck was able to prize the last card. We're about 7 minutes ahead of time before turn, so I'm assuming. And someone, so we were right. Andres, appreciate the follow over on, appreciate the sub over on YouTube. Appreciate the love. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like the video, make sure to sub. Appreciate all the support. Thank you so much. And yeah, I was like, you know what that looked like? That looked like someone turned the lights off in the store. This just in from Trent. Customer was messing with the lights. I stopped them. It did in fact look. I was like, wait a second. Sometimes the camera freezes from our feed or whatever, and I've seen that before. But yeah, the light switch for the entire building is right by the front door. Really not where it should be. I mean, in your residence, sure. Business, not the best. We're doing it. We're doing the thing with the people. Congrats, Chuck. Chuck with a dub. We got 2 more rounds to go. What are the chances we get a Pokemon Cup live stream? Pretty good. Ask and you shall. Ask and you might receive. Travis, what is your favorite Pokemon? You know, it's tough. It's a tough one. You know, sometimes there's those Pokemon that just speak to you. And I think Wartortle's probably up there. But it's tough. Yeah, I grew up in the red, blue, gold era. So, and that was the game I played. I remember I had, it's not gold, red, blue, yellow. I had Pokemon Yellow on a Game Boy Color. And I let a friend borrow my cartridge. And I had a really deep save. I don't know if I had all the badges yet or not, but I remember I had poured my heart and soul into that cartridge, and they gave me the cartridge back, and they had deleted my save, which I was mad about at the time. Looking back, now I realize there's literally only one save on those cartridges. You don't get 3 saves. You don't get 3 separate boom boom A B C. It's there's one. He was like, it's okay, bro. I caught all your Pokemon back. I'm like, no, you did not. Those are my Pokemon. Those were unique to me, to my game experience, and it's my mistake. But yeah, I think yeah, it's tough. It's tough to pick favorites. You know what I mean? I feel like every time you pick favorites, you open yourself up to the opportunity that mistakes are made. You know, but I'll go Wartortle. I like those mid-evolution guys, you know what I mean? Because everyone focuses on Squirtle and Blastoise, the starter or the fully evolved version of the Pokemon. I like those mid-tier, those medium guys. I have a fairly good save in the most recent game. Even bagged a few shiny Eevees. Nice. I started playing, so we're doing video games now at Kingslayer, and we're in the middle of building that part of the business out. I got a Pokemon Silver cartridge. and I started playing that. And Pokemon Silver is the first version of Pokemon where you can get shinies. I was learning about this whole shiny hunting thing that like different YouTubers are into, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. It's fun. It's like 1 in 8,000 chance to get a shiny Pokemon. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. And you don't in Pokemon Silver, you can kind of tell if the Pokemon is shiny based on the sprite in the game, or after you catch the Pokemon, you can go into its stats and there'll be like a little star or something that says if it's shiny or not. But if you have the sprites memorized when you're playing the game and like just wandering into Pokemon while you're playing, then you can kind of determine it. But it's weird because some of the sprites are odd colors and but yeah, I was playing Silver. I got the first badge in Pokemon Silver, and then I was playing it on it's a Game Boy Color cartridge. I was playing on a Game Boy Advance SP, so it has like the backlit screen. But I also got I don't have it at my desk or handy, but I got this like this device. It's called, what is it called? I can't remember what it's called, but it plugs into USB-C, and you can plug in your OEM like official cartridges into this little Game Boy. It's not an emulator. It's just an interface. So you can plug in your cartridge into this thing that plugs into USB-C on your PC, and then you can play on like it stream basically my Pokemon Silver run from my cartridge into the PC. But yeah, I wasn't actually doing any sort of method because there is, in Pokemon Silver there was I saw there was this method there's like a moment where you get an egg that hatches, and I think you can get I can't remember what I think it's a Gyarados. I think you can get a shiny Gyarados in the game and then evolve that or something, or like do some sort of like cross-pollination event and like potentially get another shiny. It's like increases your chances, but I just kind of liked playing the game, running around, and like maybe I'll get lucky on this 1 in 8,000 chance and get a shiny Pokemon. I thought that was kind of fun. Yeah, the thing, I can't remember. It's called a Game Boy something, but it's for the PC. Like that was my goal. Was I was thinking like, hey, we're getting into video games at Kingslayer, so maybe if we do Pokemon streams, I'll play like during downtime, like right now. I'll play my save on Pokemon Silver as I'm like going through and getting the badges. Hey, if we get lucky, we pull a shiny, cool. If not, it's kind of fun to go back. Like I think the thing that people forget about like those retro experiences is the music was amazing, and the art of the game was amazing, and you pack in like kids these days don't know how good they have it, but they kind of don't know how good we had it, because back in the 90s when we were growing up, we had this like CRT TVs and this physical media that made it so your experiences were not unlimited, where I think right now right now I'm doing I'm like really into physical media right now because we're getting into video games at Kingslayer, and I'm like, I got a 4K player, so I'm watching a lot of 4K movies, or some 4K movies. But I'm also like I have like my bin of CDs from when I was growing up as a kid, and like didn't have a CD player anymore, so I got a CD player recently. And I'm like, kids don't know, like my sons who have access to Spotify, they can just listen to whatever they want, whenever they want, all the time. Yes, and the sprites on the old Pokemon games are just like, that type of art is so important, and it's kind of like not important anymore to like modern generations. Anyways, so I'm into like physical media right now, and so I'm re-listening to my old CDs, and I've watched YouTubers talk about CDs and how they're coming back or going away or whatever, and how the quality is good. And I put on actually these headphones. I bought at Goodwill. I bought this CD player, like a Walkman, and I pulled out my old CDs. Going on a tangent here. We're way off the rails, but hey, we got time. I listened to an album. It's actually an album I really enjoy, an album from At the Drive-In. So I'm listening to this At the Drive-In song. I think it was One Arm Scissor or something. And I was listening to the song on my headphones on the CD in a Walkman. And it's like the depth and the quality of the sound. I was actually flabbergasted with how deep and like all the layers of the bass and the drums, and there was like all this depth in the sound quality listening to a CD. And I was like, is Spotify, and I have my Spotify set to like high quality, like highest peak quality, right? I go to listen to the same song on Spotify, and it is so bad. It is like listening inside of a trash can with no depth. anyway, so I'm full off the rails there, physical media. But yeah, I'm back into like, I'm gonna, now that I have a CD player again, I'm like, oh, I need to listen to all my albums from, and records or whatever from when I was younger. But yeah, the Pokemon cartridge experience and playing like Super Nintendo or Nintendo 64 on a CRT TV, there's something pretty awesome about that we don't, that like, because of all the high definition graphics that are in like built into native games like Monster Hunter Wilds or all these new AAA games that are coming out, sometimes it's nice to scale it back and play that authentic experience. Okay, soapbox moment over. I just got a Pokemon Crystal from Goodwill recently, and I found it to be a not for resale copy. That is awesome. Yeah, those not for resale copies can be really expensive. Triple B says, you mentioned getting into games at the stores, but what consoles do you have at home? One sec. So right now, generally, I would not, before I got into this, into like the retro scene for what we're doing with games, I had all my cartridges for my games, which I grew up as a Nintendo kid, so I have Nintendo NES. I skipped Super Nintendo's generation growing up. I don't know. I got into Dreamcast for a while, so I was like NES, Dreamcast, 64, and then PC, like for the rest of it. But now, at the current moment, I have every single console in my house but a Dreamcast, because I have all of our testing equipment and like 2,000. I have more than 2,000 video games in my home that need to be processed and taken back over to our lab so that we can integrate those and sell them in the stores. But at the current moment, I've got a GameCube right next to me. I have a Nintendo 64 right next to me. And then in the garage, I have a disc resurfacer and a PS3. I have a backwards compatible PS3. We have all the handhelds. I've got a Vita, a PSP. I think I have everything. I have a Genesis. I have everything in this house except a Dreamcast, which makes me really sad because I think Dreamcast, if gun to my head, I probably would pick Dreamcast as my favorite console of all time, because for me, the hype for that console was so high when I was a kid. I was in 7th grade, and I just remember like any news about the Dreamcast, I was drooling over. I would like beg my mom to let me buy the magazines for like, I don't know, Electronic Gaming Monthly or whatever the video game magazines were. If they had any Dreamcast news, I was like, whew, so hyped. And Daniel C, what's going on? Hope you're doing well as well. We are talking about, I don't have a Virtual Boy. Did not have a Virtual Boy. The Ursulina mat is glorious, says Triple B. But yeah, right now I'm playing, if I was to play anything, I am playing Civilization 7 because I'm a big Civ fan. So the new Civ game is pretty fun. But I'm playing, the Pokemon Silver on Game Boy Color, but on Game Boy Advance. And I didn't have a GameCube growing up. So now that we have one in the house, that's freaking, like, the GameCube is like an absolute achievement in so many ways. And it's a lot of fun to mess up. There's some weird stuff that on the GameCube that just like doesn't exist anywhere else. Including, like, I found this, there's this compilation disc on game version of Zelda on GameCube that has one little disc. GameCube disc has a Wind Waker demo, which is kind of like Sadness, but it has Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and some extended version of, or like extra content from Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time, and then like it has the old Nintendo Zelda games all on one disc on the GameCube, and I'm like, this is the coolest thing of all time. All right, who do we have? Okay, we've got Matt, who's on the Alakazam mat. We are in round number 3. I'll stop talking about video games. Matt and Skylar on the other mat. Yeah, Dreamcast was like Crazy Taxi. I still have to get a Dreamcast. I have a CRT, a very small CRT. I'm in the market for a larger CRT TV. Looking for a Trinitron. Anyone got a line on one of those? Let me know. Yes. Okay, so Matt is playing Palkia Terapagos, and Skylar is playing Golden Go. So Palkia Terapagos. Let's see if we can pull that card up. see if I can find the Terapagos. It looks like this one, I think. And Panic Bag, I appreciate the love and support and for hanging out. You had that with your GameCube. That's how I got into Zelda altogether. So good, dude. Well, I didn't even know. Like, it's so fun. It's so fun, like going through and discovering all this stuff on the video game side and getting it out into the stores is gonna be really cool. But we have so much. I have a lot of Pokemon cartridges that we haven't put out yet that we've just been buying. But we haven't had time to process it all and get it in stores. But in the coming months, we're building out our video game part of the business, and you'll see more of that cool stuff in the stores, including consoles. We've been buying a lot of consoles, handhelds to everything, and we haven't sold any of them because we're, again, building that process of the business out. But pretty soon you'll see some consoles coming up in the stores too. But Rainbow Turtle here for Tropicos the Rainbow Turtle. Love it. I got Crazy Taxi on stream because it's so good. Nice. Yeah, it was like it was the perfect arcade experience that you like would expect to have to pay like quarters over and over and over for, but then because you got it on the Dreamcast, like it was such a beautiful. I need to buy a Dreamcast. That's what I'm gonna tell. My birthday's coming up. I'm gonna tell her what I want. I want a Dreamcast. She's gonna be like, "What the heck are you talking about?" Volume is still a little low on Twitch. Okay, let me turn up a couple things. How is it now? Volume. But we're doing the thing. And as a reminder, Skylar versus Matt. And again, Matt is on Palkia Terapagos, and Skylar is on Golden Go. But yeah, Crazy Taxi. I want to play Crazy Taxi right now. Yeah, it's solid. The game I love the most on Dreamcast was Shenmue. The first Shenmue on Steam. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, you're watching another stream right now? How could you? How could you? But yeah, I'm not a big like Japanese RPG fan, and technically Shenmue like may not be like in the JRPG column, but I remember Shenmue being awesome. It had that type of combat in the game where it was like that reactive storytelling experience. So like you're running down the street and like a box is falling on you or whatever, and you have to hit like a certain key or a certain command really quickly to like dodge out of the way. And the combat was built in that way too. So you're like, yes, you're like punching and kicking or whatever, but in the fights you like have to button smash. Is this tournament single elimination, meaning that these players both won their 2 rounds before this? It's not technically single elimination, so like if you lose you get to keep playing. But these two players, since this is the top table, they are undefeated. So the feature match whenever we stream is table 1. So it'd be very rare that like there'd be a non-undefeated player, especially because we have 23 players in this event. So by round 3, there's still like probably 6 to 7 or so undefeated players. So yeah, so they're still going. And then pricing is our pricing at Kingslayer is very casual in a sense. Like the more you win, the more packs you get, but it isn't. Some pricing at some stores is like, oh, winner take all, or the top couple players get prized. At Kingslayer, you're incentivized to play out your event, even if you start 0-2. Like if you go 2-2, you might get an extra pack, that sort of thing. So yeah, it's pretty forgiving compared to others. And in Pokemon, unlike every other TCG, it also has like age divisions. So there's junior, senior, and masters. So if you're a youngster or a teenager, you may be in a different division depending on how many players show up in that event. But yeah, it's I think that's what I want for. I think I know what I want for the old birthday. Maybe I need to get the Dreamcast. I saw there's this Dreamcast on Facebook Marketplace that's in pretty good shape that I've been kind of drooling over. But since we're buying video games and consoles now, I've been kind of waiting secretly for someone to sell us the Dreamcast. That has not happened yet in 4 months of buying video games. So either I can be patient and wait, or we go a little crazy. We lock in a Dreamcast. I do need the only CRT TV I have right now is which I think Dreamcast might be. No, I don't think it was HDMI. It was before that. The only CRT TV I have right now is a 9-inch CRT. So I also desperately need like a good 20-inch, 27-inch Trinitron CRT. So if anyone knows, anyone's got a good line on that, let me know. But we're doing the thing. We're in round number 3. We are going to have 4 rounds tonight. And it looks like both players still have all their prize cards and kind of in the setup phase. And if anyone is active in the Pokemon community, wants to help me out, we haven't streamed Pokemon in a while. And you can tell what the active Pokemon or any of the bench Pokemon are. Just go ahead and shout it out in the chat so I can pull it up on stream. We can kind of talk through it. But let's look at this Trapagos EX while we have that up, because we haven't talked through that one yet. It is a 230 health EX Pokemon. And it has this Terra ability at the top here. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger for those watching on Twitch and YouTube. So the Terra ability reads, as long as this Pokemon is on your bench, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks, both yours and your opponent's. Okay, so it's kind of immune on the bench. That's cool. It has Unified Beatdown. As long as it has 2 energy attached, just 30 times damage. If you go second, you can't use this attack during your first turn. This attack does 30 damage for each of your bench Pokemon. Okay, epic, awesome. And it also has Crown Opal. This requires 3 different energy types, grass, water, and electric. Does 180 damage during your opponent's next turn. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from basic non-Pokemon. The bird on the left. Let's check it out. I'm gonna have to Google it because it is not working. D-E-I-B-E-R-D Pokemon. Delibird. Okay. Delibird on the left. Looks like the 2-color Delibird. No. And the other one was... It's all good. Fanrotom. We're doing it. Okay, so Fanrotom, that makes more sense. So Fanrotom is 70 health. Is that the right one? Yeah, it should be. Has an ability called Fan Call. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 3 Pokemon with 100 HP or less. Reveal them and put them in your hand. What do we call the... Is it just generic energy? Or when we're looking at the white energy here, what's the language? How do I identify that? Is it just generic or white, or is it something else? The Golden Go player doesn't look like they've had a great start. Normally, they'd want to set up at least 2 Gimagools so they can evolve next turn and start attacking and drawing more cards. Okay. Colorless. Thank you. Travis, it's Iron Bundle, not Delibird. Aha. Thank you. We got it. Okay. Iron Bundle. That... I wonder which one. I'm gonna guess it's this one. Thanks Tobias. Thanks Ben. Thanks Young. We're learning together. Thanks Nick. Legendary Nick. And appreciate all the folks coming out on YouTube. That's a really awesome turnout on that front. And if you're hanging out on YouTube, we have a pin post there. You can enter the giveaway. We'll be running that at the end of round 4. So probably in about, I don't know, probably about 9 o'clock, 9:15, we'll be running the our giveaway here. You don't have to be present to win. If you are, that's great. Appreciate the lurk and the love. Yeah, the Delibird, to be fair, Delibird and Iron Bundle did look very similar. They kind of look like a Mario 64 enemy. I don't know if anyone else is getting those vibes. It's a Paradox version of Delibird. Nice. Yeah, you know what we got to do, Ben? You know what we got to do? If you're game, Ben, we got to get you on. Maybe what we got to do is next time we're doing Pokemon, I'll try to get some lead time. And this is what I do with James over up at Lake Forest, and well, I guess he's Orange County, an Orange County native, is he'll hop on and do Lorcana with me, especially when we did things like the 2v2, which was a lot more complicated with four active players at once, all doing all playing actions, game actions, like a lot. But if you're ever down to do some casting with me and help me out with some of the old play-by-play, I'll provide the color. I'll bring the laughs, I'll bring the tears. But I might need some help with play-by-play if Pokemon becomes a more regular staple. I'm so down. I've been refining my stream setup too. Nice. Love it. Okay, cool. Good to know. I'll we'll talk offline and okay, hold on. Oh, he's doing the thing. I actually had this card up on stream not that long ago when we started. So let's take a look. Golden Go EX. Boom. Let's do it. The art on this is great. And speaking of Mario 64, this guy is actually, it's pretty great. This guy's actually like throwing coins. Okay, new favorite Pokemon. This is great. This is great. As a business owner, I am a fan of coins. So Golden Go just seems to be giving it all out. And the Gimmighoul is like a treasure chest. Hold on. Okay, I'm excited. First of all, I'm gonna read Gimmighoul EX. Sorry, a Golden Go EX. Ability coin bonus. Once in your turn, you may draw a card. If this Pokemon is in the active spot, draw one more card. Make it rain. Ooh, liking this guy even more. Making it rain. Discard any number of basic energy cards from your hand. This deck does 50 damage for each card you discarded this way. Okay, so he's drawing cards, and then you're making it rain by discarding cards to do more damage. I love this a lot. So let's take a look at Gimmighoul. This is, I wonder which one it is. Does it matter? I guess Pokemon regulars in the community here. Does it, when you're evolving Pokemon, does it need to be a specific Gimmighoul, or could it be anyone that's like standard legal? But yeah, I like this treasure chest guy is dope. Fun fact, Golden Go is the 1000th Pokemon in the Pokédex. Okay, so if I'm picking Golden Go as my favorite Pokemon of all time, that's pretty, 1000th Pokemon is pretty sweet. Perfect Pokemon to celebrate 1000. Oh, so as long as the card is legal in standard or the format that you're playing in, any Gimmighoul can evolve into a Golden Go. Love it. Thanks, Young Bell. You're a legend and a scholar. And all those folks on YouTube, make sure to like the video and subscribe. Love to have the support. And fill that form out, because we're doing 3 different Pokemon giveaways at the end of the stream. Probably here in the next, about an hour we'll be doing that. Yeah, I mean, the Gimmighoul art here is fine. I think the Golden Go art is just legendary. I don't know if all of these are legal, but like, this is pretty great. I like the fact that he's just hucking coins. That is awesome. I don't know if this one is actually legal or not, but appreciate what he's doing there. Ooh, and there's an alt art Gimmighoul. This is why have I never seen this? What set is this from? Paradox Rift? Whew. That is, I like this guy. Skylar, I'm liking the deck. I think we need to I think you need to upgrade to the, if I didn't see him already, if they're already there, I apologize. I think we got to upgrade your Gimmighouls though, Skylar. Because I didn't see this. I didn't see this guy. Some decks will run different variants of the same Pokemon to evolve. Nice. And people had to change what base Pokies they were using when Dusknoir came out because they could snipe the lower HP versions. That makes sense. Yeah, and I could see maybe run 2 of one, 2 of another, depending on, the strat. Love it. Okay, I need to get me one of these Gimmighouls. The illustration Golden Go pairs with the Gimmighoul too. Okay, now I'm interested. Is it this one? This is pretty sick. I'm liking everything about this guy. That's cool. We found the deck, people. Is this how rotation proof is Golden Go going into April? Okay, Skylar still looks like might be on 6 prize cards here. So Matt is definitely leading the charge here with his Palkia Great Ninja deck. This one, yeah, sweet. Yeah, this Gimmighoul Golden Go thing, pretty hot. I'm curious what the TCG player prices are. Oh, there's a Prismatic Evolutions one. That's the international print. Hold on. BioWatch 22. Appreciate the follow. Appreciate the love and support. Dang. There's a Prismatic Golden Go for 70. I mean, that art is nice. But I might prefer. I mean, from a player perspective, this is pretty intimidating. I'm kind of intimidated just looking at it. But let's take a look at the other dude, our setup. It's not too bad. It's support Pokemon with Gray Ninja is leaving. We'll see if it has enough support post rotation. Okay, cool. So maybe I'll be a little bit on the patient side. Not too bad for the illustration rare is only $14. That's cool. This guy's pretty dope. I'm a fan. Yeah, so it looks like that's the same artist. Oh, is it actually? It looks like he's just below, right? He's just below the he's sitting directly underneath the Golden Go. That's cool. Yeah, he's just like chilling right below him. Nice. Like to see it. That is another kind of fun element of the game is like the decks to play, like the playable copies of these cards are affordable. But then if you want to go all in, if you want to have the top tier, top shelf version of the deck, you can kind of splurge a little bit and get the fancy versions. Skylar cutting the deck for Matt over here. Matt has, I guess, might still need to prize four cards. Matt attaching some water energy there. Do you think, Ben? Do you think you'll be there'll be a point in time, maybe in the new season, where you make a run for Worlds, Ben? Ah, the duality of man, non-shiny, the non-shiny 5-cent card. Yeah, is there? How much is the? I guess even this is $6, $6 for the regular old version of this. But it's cool. We're learning a lot of fun stuff here. 1,000th Pokemon. Yeah, the shiny one is $120. Yeah, the deck list. If you go all out on these deck lists, Lord help us. But yeah, usually I go the cheap route. I would imagine all budget all the way. And then I'd be playing over Lake Forest on Mondays. That'd be fun. Worlds requires too much no lifing. I think individual regional runs seriously, but Worlds maybe too much. Yeah, that's fair. 100%. Yeah, it's it's a tough road. I really like Flesh and Blood's approach. They have like events that you can just queue straight for, and Magic has always had that. At least pre-COVID. I'm not quite sure what the RCQ version looks like now for Magic to get the Pro Tour, but the pre-COVID version of qualifying for Pro Tour at Magic was always felt within reach, because if you top eight a Grand Prix, you're in, and that was like, that meant a lot. People would go to Grand Prix, and there might be 1,000 people playing in that event, but if you could top eight that was kind of fair. Where other games, they want you to get first or second place in events of that scale, and that can be really brutal. And then Pokemon just doesn't have that system at all. Pokemon is like only the grind, which is right. Oh, I guess technically GP or RPTQ. Yeah, that's true. The RPTQs you get top 4, right? Or was it top 8 from RPTQs? I think in Pokemon, I guess if you win a regionals, or is it? I think what is it? Is it first or second you qualify for Worlds? Or I can't remember what the regionals rules were, but they weren't quite. I don't think it was top 8 at regionals for Pokemon. Depending on the size, and the same with the GP. Got it. Winning regionals is an invite. Okay. yeah, I think how cool would it be if they made it so that top 8ing regionals got you an invite? That would be, I mean, obviously it's a lot of regionals, so maybe that doesn't, the math doesn't math, but that only started happening this year. Okay. Yeah, gosh, imagine getting like 2nd or 3rd in regionals and just being like so brutal. But it does make the qualifying for Worlds is like meaningful. Like that's to say like, oh, I played in a World Championship event for Pokemon. Just even playing in that event is like a accomplishment, which is pretty cool. I love when Worlds are in Anaheim, because then I remember over at Kingslayer Fountain Valley when that was our only store. You get people that come in from all over the world, like literally all over the world, and they go to check out all the shops in the local area for collecting reasons or to play locals before the World Championship, and it was a fun vibe. And they're usually always in a really fun destination, and yeah, Pokemon's done a really good job with making that important. This year's top 2 invite. Oh, okay. You mean like this year in July when it resets? That's cool. All right, Ben, there's a chance. We're going to start a team. We're going to do Kingslayer. The Kingslayer casting team. We're going to qualify for Worlds next year. Let's do it. We need a lot. We got a lot of work to do. Speaking for myself. But let's do this. We're locking in. How far out do they have the regional okay, I'm in. Nice. I wonder when's the next regionals? When do I need to start prepping? We're doing Discord call right after the stream, and we're testing all night. We're gonna go till the sun comes up. The Golden Go player still hanging on here. 2 more prize cards for Matt. Maddie might start a Pokemon YouTube channel. I think we could get a whole network. I love it. A whole Pokemon network. I love it. It is a trending pop culture phenomenon right now. I think it might be okay, there's the regional championships. Let's take a look. All right. Here we go. Vancouver tomorrow. All right, let's do it. I'm in. I am in. Might be too soon. It is Yusenda's birthday tomorrow, so if I just casually announce that I'm going to the airport after the stream, that might not bode well for lots of reasons. All right, so scratch that. We're not going tomorrow. April 11th, Atlanta, Georgia. Ooh, I'm in. Okay, Daniel's on the team. It's Travis, Ben, and Daniel. We are the lead organizers of the group. Atlanta in April. I think, that could be doable. I think I did tell you, Cindy, I wasn't traveling anymore this year after Gamma, but you know what? Sacrifices have to be made. Okay, Oregon in May. That seems pretty realistic. Are you doing Oregon in May, Ben? Seems like a lock. And this looks like it's only for the current season. Maybe what we need to do is take this a little bit more seriously. Maybe we well, I guess if we are going to qualify, we might as well qualify now. Like why wait till next season if we can qualify now? Is what I'm thinking. So let's just circle Oregon, gives ourselves some time. Lock and load. And haven't made any regional plans. Okay, cool. We'll talk. Maybe we'll start with casting. We'll see where it goes from there. Maybe I should play a game. I like the 3 Golden Goes out there. Trips Golden Go for Skylar here. Three cards in hand, looking to make some moves. Discarding, it looks like. Abandon MTG for this. Being bad at games probably won't end well for you. Yeah, Ben and Daniel, I should warn you, I am really bad at card games. So Just gonna throw that out there. But there's there's always a time for change. I was playing. Have you guys played? Oh God, Sky Joe. Have you played the card game Sky Joe? Came out like 10 years ago. But at Gamma we were playing that. Anthony, Andrew, Gabe, and I were playing Sky Joe, and I made a critical error, a critical punt, just because I'm bad at games. I trade the ropes on Tabletop Sim or PTCGL client sometime if you want. I'm sure Anthony would be chomping at the bit to play with you. Yeah, it'll be. Yeah, I'll need to. We'll have to see if we start streaming Pokemon more regularly. If this is a successful endeavor, then I'd love to play some more. It's going to be tough. As I mentioned earlier this year, we are in the middle of planning the expansion, and then once we get into expansion season for the stores, it's going to be really hard to keep the content arm of the company alive. But John, how are you doing? How's life? How's family? Good to see you. The Ofrenda is still rocking and rolling, and it looks like Matt was able to prize out there and make it happen. And the 4th Golden Go was in the prize zone there for Skylar. Nice work, team. Matt and Skylar, well done. And yeah, we've got I don't know, probably 5 minutes left till the end of the round. I'll check on. I'm gonna check in with Nick and Trent and see how many matches we still have going in round 3. But yeah, what's new, John? What's new on the Eastern Front? It's a sweet mat, the Pokemon Championship regional mat. It's pretty awesome. And we're doing the thing. We're giving away Pokemon. We are giving away Pokemon, folks. Prismatic Evolutions, Obsidian Flames, and Stellar Crown soon. At the end of round number 4. It is currently raining and windy. Very good. I've been seeing some cool things going on the stores, like Japanese Pokemon and One Piece. And we have Japanese Lorcana in stores. I know it's in Fountain Valley. I'm not sure if it's already been transferred across the realm. I assume it has. Or, as some might prefer me say, the Kingdom. It may or may not have been transferred across the Kingdom. John, you wouldn't believe. I knew that people were going to want to buy Japanese Pokemon because they've been asking for it for years, and we just haven't found a reliable source until now. The people in Oceanside buy Japanese Pokemon like it's food and water. It's like a necessity, and every time we put it out on the shelves, it's flying. But yeah, Japanese Pokemon, Japanese One Piece, Japanese Lorcana. We finally have acquired a solid source for Japanese product to import. And that has taken, honestly, 10 years to find a good connection for that. And it's been really great. So excited to add that to the stores. It's been flying off the shelves. Your Ofrenda is still up at Fountain Valley. I will say, when we move Fountain Valley, we're moving Fountain Valley most likely this year. Fingers crossed. Towards the end of the year. We might have to retire the Ofrenda at that point in time. I think we'll probably have to say a little prayer, maybe have a ceremony, and move on from it. But for now, it's still alive and well. You got to come back and see it. It's quite elaborate now. I don't know when the last time James sent you a photo of it, but it's something. It is a sight to behold. But yeah, it looks like we're gonna be moving towards the end of the year over towards the Costco Center. So just in time for you to move back and help us build it out, hopefully. But one day at a time. And today is streaming Pokemon Day and giving away Pokemon, which is fun, which is a blast, which we're enjoying. And learning what deck I want to play in Pokemon, maybe potentially post-rotation. If I was to play a deck, Golden Go is looking pretty good. I'm a fan. Maybe the stars will align and I can trek out for the grand opening. That would be cool. That'd be sweet. We would welcome that visit. And yeah, the idea is it's a 4,000 square feet space that we're in talks with, but it is there's still 4 matches going on in round 3. Thanks, Trent. So we got some time. But yeah, hopefully we'd be able to do over 100 players. We could have wargaming set up. F&M could be 80 Magic players and some wargaming and some board games and some D&D. Potentially have a D&D room for players to either rent or use. But lots of fun stuff coming towards the end of the year. But rocking and rolling. Yeah, the physical media thing's been a lot of fun this year, getting into video games, and then also kind of re-engaging with, you know, I never did. I'm 30. I'm gonna be 38 next week. But like Blu-ray was never a thing for me when I was, I don't know, like I was like DVD, and then I went to college and stuff, and then the whole Blu-ray thing didn't really work for me. But now I started getting into this 4K thing, and collecting physical media because we're doing video games has been pretty cool and enjoying that. But yeah, that would go hard for Kingslayer Chronicles. It would go hard for Kingslayer Chronicles, especially Ben, if you can imagine, since we have a blank slate here, and we can talk in Fantasyland because, well, D&D and you know, whole creative mind process thing. So one of the cool things here is the space that we are getting access to is a existing tenant is reducing their square footage, and because of that, they're demising a space, and then we can give input on like, hey, we want walls here, we want rooms here, this is our layout. So we have a lot of creative control over this, which is, you know, pretty sweet. But just imagine if we have a stream room for, say, such content like this, for streaming on Twitch, for content in the shop, but also the stream room was connected and wired and built out in a way to where maybe there's a secondary room that is our D&D room, and then we've got some technology in that space so we could do live experience D&D stuff just straight out the gate. Like we build it from the ground up to where the content arm of Kingslayer can exist in the space, and maybe it's like a thematic D&D room that, you know, Kingslayer Chronicles could use. That would be pretty sweet. The Fountain Valley store is staying in Fountain Valley. It's actually like on the same block, kind of. So it's if you're familiar with Fountain Valley, there's a Costco, there's a Starbucks, there's like a strip mall there, Dollar Tree, Ross. But the strip mall is the space we're going to. So it is in the same city. We love Fountain Valley has been so good to us, and it's such a great fit for, like, it's geographically close to the freeway, and it's nice. It's not, it's not like really super high end, and it's not super low end in terms of safety and that sort of thing. So it's just Fountain Valley. So the city's been awesome to us for 10 years, and we wouldn't want to leave. We have an awesome community already built there. So yeah, we're just going to go down just right around the corner. So it's really walking distance away from the current spot. And technically, our Fountain Valley store that's there now is Fountain Valley 2.0. Fountain Valley 1.0 was around the corner on Mount Herman. Some of the OG Kingslayers in the chat know where that used to play there. But yeah, we're being in that Costco center. You've got Starbucks, Subway, Hawaiian barbecue, Japanese food. There's like a vape and shoes store in that strip mall now, which is like, okay, cool. You've got to get your vape on and your shoes, combination of the two. Let's go. I'd say like conservatively January 1st, 2026 would be when we would open, but depending on how fast things could move, usually our store build out for us is about 6 months. It just depends on how like turnkey the space is for us when we take possession. So I would expect we're talking like 6 to 9 months from now. So it does mean we have to survive one more summer with no air conditioning. Well, with very limited air conditioning at Fountain Valley. So one more summer is all I'm asking for, folks. Just one more summer to survive the elements of Fountain Valley before we move and have full HVAC. But yeah, Jack, we're looking towards the end of this year or like early 26. But at least 4,000 square feet, and we'd be able to. So we're in Fountain Valley. We actually have two different buildings. We have a building over by the post office, then we have one on Slater, and they're both about 1,500 square feet. So we're going to be merging our like e-commerce operation and warehousing into the single space. And so like our two teams that are independent right now we're going to be under one roof. It's going to make logistically life so much easier. Kick the Habit. I hope that's the shoe store's name. John, that is genius. It is not. It is not. Actually, let me look it up. It is not the shoe store's name. But that is hilarious. I don't even know if how would I look this up? Vape Fountain Valley. I hope I don't get something I don't want here. It's going in. Hold on. It's kind of dangerous just going in blind here. It's over in this center. I should probably just be safe and search for shoes. Are they okay? Bad sign. Not on Google yet. Okay. But it's over in the center. It did say like grand opening or something. Maybe they just haven't like claimed their it's over here. But good call. Hey, maybe since they haven't claimed their name on Google, John, there's a chance for Kick the Habit to be their name. But no, I think it was like, I think the word shoe was in the name. If I'm you know, I should have taken a picture of it, John. What am I thinking? But yeah, you'll have your coffee, Subway, Hawaiian barbecue, UPS store, and all your vaping and shoe needs will be complete at a Kingslayer near you. What else does one need? There's a couple banking options and a credit union as well. So, and Costco Pizza. On the other side of the center, there's a McDonald's, a Costco Tire Center, of course. There's a Taco Bell. There used to be a soup plantation. I'm told by people in the know that the soup plantation is turning into not Mongolian buffet, but a Mediterranean buffet style food at some point. We've been waiting for that soup plantation to get renovated for a while now. Okay, who do we got here? We're getting the final round up. I think that was Matt on from the last round. I can't remember. We'll get with the players in a moment. BioWatch 22, what's happening? Yeah, I've been waiting for that soup. Man, pre-COVID, that soup plantation was the best. The best. I would go there all the time for lunch. Probably too much. But like having that unlimited access to self-serve ice cream, you know, there's better ice cream, but yeah, the soup plantation was fire. So good. Round 4 coming at you. We're gonna get some player names soon. I missed that place. It's actually the best place. It was great. Yep. Rip soup plantation indeed, Daniel. Rip soup plantation. Okay, we've got Chuck is back, and so is Matt. Matt is on the Alakazam mat again, and on the opposite side, we've got Chuck. Let me get the names going here. We've seen both of these players before because they were both victors in previous rounds. This is the final round for all the marbles, and after this, we'll be doing our giveaway. If you haven't entered our giveaway, Twitch and YouTube, there's a link there. It's pinned. Just go fill that form out, and you'll be entered to win. We're giving away a Prismatic Evolutions bundle, an Obsidian Flames Build and Battle box, and a Stellar Crown Build and Battle box. Those are actually, I have the Obsidian Flames and the Stellar Crown one right here. But the Prismatic Evolutions Build and Battle is at the stores. So that one is already pre-set aside in case someone from our local community wins it. If you're not local, if you're not from Southern California, we will ship the prizes to you for free. Just make sure you enter. Make sure you're following on either Twitch, TikTok, or subscribed on YouTube. On those platforms, we really appreciate that. If you're watching on YouTube, appreciate the likes, all the follows and support and all that good stuff. If you like Pokemon, if you like the stream and you're enjoying this and you like watching live content, if you go on the Pokemon trading card game channel on Twitch, 99% of it, maybe 90% of it. I love the pre-game fist bump there by Chuck and Matt. Appreciate that. 90% of the content on the Pokemon, I'm just going to guess here, 90% of the content on the Pokemon Twitch channel right now is people opening packs, cracking packs, which, hey, we like doing that too. We sell packs, so I get it. But to us, it's really important that we don't forget about the component of the gameplay and the in-person experience and the social experience of playing card games in stores. And even if you're not local to us in Southern California, we hope that you get out there and jam games at your locals, play games at locals. It helps support your local game stores, and it helps, I don't know, makes you better, makes your communities better when people are showing up and introducing themselves and building up those social skills, right? So appreciate that. And Oscar says, I started building and painting other people's Warhammer minis, and I have yet to touch my new Eldar stuff. Whew. You're the guy. You're the man. You're the man. And you've got an airbrush too, so you're just, this is easy for you. You're just done. Soup and Fresh just opened in Chino Hills with their original location in Rancho Cucamonga. They are soup plantation, all the same recipes and same layout, They're always a 1.5 hour wait for soup and fresh. Nice. Soup. Okay, that's a big tip for everyone. Soup and fresh in Chino Hills. Check it out. Check it out. Fun fact, I used to live in Chino Hills for about a year when I was going to school. I went to college at Cal Poly Pomona. Go Mustangs, I think. I said this before. I think it's the Mustangs. It's some sort of horse. Broncos, Mustangs. Who's to say? But yeah, that's cool. It's cool. Yeah, there was that phase where like no one wanted to go to like a Sizzler or like a buffet style place post COVID, and now I think people are like, yeah, we're ready for this. Let's bring it back. Now when I'm tasked with painting a centerpiece, it's faster but only marginally. Yeah, I guess it's really nice for like armies of units. But yeah, if you have like a single monster or something, that could be only marginally better. Makes sense. Chuck versus Matt. We've got Chuck on Ancient Box. Matt is on Palkia Terapagos. Yeah, if we like the Pokemon content, let's run it back. Let's bring it back next week or future weeks soon. Hopefully it's been a good time. I'm definitely excited. I want to build some Golden Go EX. I'm going to look at that deck list, check it out, especially if it's has a chance to be somewhat rotation proof. I was letting Anthony know that we're streaming Pokemon tonight, and he's over there playing Fab. He's playing in the Armory over at Fountain Valley. Our organized play lead at the company is literally organizing his own play. Cal Poly the same. It's Billy the Bronco. Nice. Let's go Broncos class of 2015. Yeah, that's probably around the time I am a Cal Poly dropout. I dropped out in the beginning of my senior year, but that you're a little bit after me. I would have been probably a 2010, 2009 graduate if I had pulled it off, but alas, I did not. I had a youngster when I was a youngster, and so I was like, well, I gotta go do the real world stuff and get the whole job and benefits approach. But it was fun. It was a really good time. Boom!
J-Pop Johnny just subscribed with Prime.
That alert was intense. I did not know that alert was even active. I love it. Thanks, John. Appreciate that. Subscribe for 10 months. Thanks for doing the whole alien attacking the goat there. That was awesome. But yeah, Cal Poly was great. I did the dorms for year 1 and then lived off campus at Chino Hills for year 2. Maybe year 2 and 3, 2.5. But really awesome school. Good experience, great time. Good memories were made. Indeed. I was working at I used to work at Staples. I was working at Staples part time, going to Cal Poly, and then I'm a huge Ducks fan, Anaheim Ducks hockey, and big Ducks fan. And I got a job working at the Ducks in the marketing department when I was a student at Cal Poly, and that was like dream job achieved. A lot of fun. College years were a good time. Yeah, that was wild. I find new things every time I hop on this. I know it's a crazy time. I had updated our alerts, but I hadn't streamed for a couple weeks, and but it's funny because we had a Prime sub. I think we had a Prime sub earlier today, and it didn't do that one. Sometimes it just fires off and does some crazy stuff. But yeah, Cal Poly is a good school. It's a good time. It's kind of in a weird, it's not maybe in the most attractive part of town. San Diego State or, UCI are probably in, kind of more fun areas, but it's a good school. Fun fact, Gattaca filmed at Cal Poly Pomona. Yeah, it seems like that Gray Ninja card is in every single deck, which it sounds like that's one of the ones that's going to be rotating out. From what I hear from the chat, is it the Radiant Gray Ninja ability concealed cards? You must discard an energy card from your hand in order to use this ability. Once in your turn, you may draw 2 cards. Yeah, it seems good. And I guess this card, I mean, you don't even need to be, I'm assuming you don't even need to be running water energy, right? You can just be having this card in your deck just because. Not gonna lie, the alien animation with the British text to speech got me good. Nice. Yeah, you're all like, you're multitasking, doing something else kind of fun, and then bam. Yeah, I think the, I think the, my, Yesenia was telling me my audio levels are kind of whack, and so maybe my alert volume is too high, potentially. Let me check. I told Yesenia I want a Dreamcast for my birthday, and she's like, I have no idea what that is. You're gonna need to tell me how to get that. We should do it though. I want a Dreamcast. I want some Crazy Taxi, and bonus points, a copy of Shenmue. Let's bring it home. Let's do this. Also, I need a new CRT TV. Anyone got a line on well, not new, a vintage gamer CRT TV? That would be sweet. But yeah, I have so many needs, so many wants and needs. But first, we need to see who's going to win this match between Chuck and Matt. Looks like Chuck is, you know, things are kind of coming together here. I'm trying to remember what that, oh gosh, what was that? What's that card in his active space we talked about earlier today? It was on screen earlier. Let me see if I can find it on using the old brain. It's not it was a Gardevoir. It wasn't in the Gardevoir deck. It's not a Dragapult deck. It wasn't a Lost Zone deck. That's right. We'll find it. It was Roaring Moon. Thank you. And what's the? I wonder what the is that what the archetype of the deck is? Yes, Ancient Box. Okay. But when I go over to Limitless, I wonder. There's so many. It feels like there's so many different archetypes that are being played. Okay, at the 17th most. Okay, the Roaring Moon from Ancient Box. Got it. Got it. Okay, I'm learning. Appreciate the help. Yeah, it's the Vengeance Fletching. Got it. The attack does 10 more damage for each ancient card in your discard pile. So you're just filling up the discard pile with ancient cards and just cranking. Thanks, Andres. Thanks, Ben. We're piecing it together here. It's kind of, yeah. I was thinking the few days, I was like, I think we might be doing Pokemon. I was like, how much prep do I need to do for this, or how blind are we gonna just walk right into it? It was blind, just blind. But sometimes that's what it takes. You just got to throw yourself at it and build out. Switching out, putting the I think that's the Palkia out there. I'm going to show this. Oh, no. I'll wait till after. Yeah, having 3 of those out gives you, I guess the advantage there is you're just, if that's the main engine for Chuck to be hitting with, he's just got them ready to rock and roll and loading them up with energy in case one of them gets knocked out. And because it's a basic that he's attacking with, his opponent's only prizing once, right? Is kind of a benefit there, is if you're only using basics to crank. Whereas this Palkia, if the Palkia is a V-Star, right? So then does that mean that Chuck can prize 3 times if he's able to get it? Yes. V-Star rule when you're oh no, it's two prize cards. When your Pokemon V-Star is knocked out, your opponent takes 2 prizes. Okay. So I'm assuming that's why Chuck wants to do that. He's trying to pull your V-Star out so he can knock him out and get the double prizes.
The Kingslayer's got you. The Kingslayer found you.
Crimson Shadow, appreciate the follow. Thanks for tuning in. We stream basically every Thursday. We generally do Lorcana, but we're back with some Pokemon for the first time in a while, and we're really enjoying it and had a great turnout, so I appreciate you tuning in. We do giveaways every single stream, so you'll notice every time that we're live, we have a pinned post on Twitch or YouTube, or if you're on TikTok, it's in our profile page. There's a link in there. Fill that form out. You're entered to win. We'll email you if you win by next Monday, and we ship it to you for free. So it's our way of giving back every time we go live. We have 3 local game stores in Southern California. Maybe you're a player at one of those. But we like to give away to the community for supporting the stream, and we'd like to grow on the content front. So, yeah, twice for V-Stars, 2 prizes. Thanks, Daniel. Appreciate that. And yeah, we've got Roaring Moon here, right at Palkia. We'll see what happens here on the final round. This is our 4th round. At the end of this game, as soon as this game is over, as soon as the final player picks up their final prize card, we're gonna do like a last call for the giveaway, and I'll put a timer on the screen when it's that time. And then we're going to pull up the Wheel of Doom, the Wheel of Destiny, and we're going to do our giveaway live, as soon as this round is done. So in mere moments, we'll be giving away a Prismatic Evolutions bundle, a Obsidian Flames Build and Battle, and a Stellar Crown Build and Battle. And we'll be shipping it to you for free, or if you're local to one of our stores, it'll be there and ready for pickup soon. Maybe as soon as tomorrow, maybe as soon as the end of next week. Basics also aren't necessarily 1 prize. Terapagos is a basic EX and is 2 prizes. Okay, cool. Is that just a way for them to balance the game? Like they made Terapagos so good that they needed to have a downside, I'm assuming. Are all EX cards 2 prizes? Kind of like how V-Stars are? Or is it just some EXs? Okay, all EXs and V-Stars are the double prizes. Cool. And there was that one card that we read, I can't remember what it was, earlier tonight that was an ability that prized for 3. I can't remember what that was. Cool. Appreciate all the help, guys. It can be kind of daunting to hop into a TCG that we haven't done in a while and not know the cards. So I really appreciate you guys helping me identify them so we can pull up and learn together. Chuck drawing some cards off of the energy attachment there, it looks like, or the trainer card. What do you guys think about the new Pokemon video game, the Legends Z to A, or I think it's called? The fact that combat is like quote unquote real time. Thoughts? There's got to be some limitations there, right? Or like cooldowns. Are they gonna have like cooldowns like World of Warcraft, where like global cooldowns and ability cooldowns, or how's that gonna work? Fun fact: next year when Mega Evolution EX Pokemon come out, those will be a whopping 3 prizes. Okay, Mega Evolution EX Pokemon next year, 3 prizes. Nice, exciting stuff. But yeah, what do you guys think about the removing the turn-based gameplay for the Pokemon Legends game? Mistakes were made, or brilliant game design, or time will tell. That's a cool looking illustration, rare there. I'm stoked for real-time combat. Yeah, the attacks will have cooldown periods. Okay, cool. Be like playing Diablo / Pokemon. Maybe not quite that. Just imagine if Pokemon had like gear. Oof. I mean, they have items, I suppose, but will you be able to like? Will your Pokemon have like item slots? Okay, tag team cards were 3 prizes as well, says Oscar. Deep cut. Love it. Yeah, it could be fun to This would be fun to experiment. I know my son Ryan, he was playing a lot of he got pretty deep into Arceus. But now he's been on a Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom phase. He's beaten the game multiple times, so he's been on a kind of a min-maxing Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom, no lifing it right now. I'm like, oh, hey Ryan, you want to check out this other cool game? No, Dad. Tears of the Kingdom. I'm working on this new like YouTube glitch that just dropped to like get some like more infinite items or something. Like, cool, man, cool. Just let me know. Let me know when you want to change it up. All right, let's see what Chuck's got up his sleeve here. Four prize cards left for both players. Plenty of time left in the round, about 15 minutes before turns. And we've got the Ancient Box, Chuck's Ancient Box versus Matt's Palkia Tropicos. Gotta love the turtle power. So many cards that Chuck's got options with here. Discarding quite a mitt full of cards there. Placing another Pokemon on the bench. Another item card goes down. I feel like playing with art sleeves, especially just looks like they're straight up art mode only, not like any outer sleeves or anything. I feel like that would be kind of tough to get used to. I'm pretty much a Dragon Shield person through and through. But they do look nice on stream. I'll take the views. I was looking at my cousin is in Japan right now, and he was sending me some photos of there's a Pokemon game. I think it's called Pokemon Game Cafe in Japan. That is really interesting the way they have it designed and set up. It looks really awesome. Dragon Shield is better, but I still use art sleeves because it's fun. Nice. Do you do you do outer sleeves over the art sleeves or just straight art? Because there's so much shuffling in Pokemon compared to other TCG like game design. You are shuffling constantly. Okay, Palkia is back down and is going to knock out the Roaring Moon to prize for 1. And basically just sending it out. Another Roaring Moon comes up, already loaded up and ready to roll. Outer sleeves most of the time, unless I'm lazy. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, that's been one of our better selling products is the outer sleeves, especially because of Lorcana. Art sleeves and Lorcana are just, the quality is really, really poor. The art is amazing, but the sleeve quality is really poor. So the outer sleeves have done well. Done well in the shop. Chuck's turn is taking a little bit longer here. He does a lot more loading up and item activation. Seems like the Palkia Terapagos deck might just be a little bit more linear. Noob observation. Okay, he's going to knock out the Palkia in one go there and pick up 2 prize cards. Now only 1 prize card left for Chuck. Great just going down. Going to draw some cards. And he's giving him the game. Matt concedes off of that last Palkia knockout there from the Roaring Moon player. So congrats to Chuck with a really positive showing tonight. And, kind of, I'm learning here, but it looked like a kind of a surgical attack from on the side of Chuck's game state there, and had a lot of lot of game actions going on, discards and attachments and the like for the Roaring Moon player. So big congrats to Chuck for holding it down. Andres said a few moments ago, it's so over for Matt, which that seems to be the case. A little bit of a future telling there. But we did it. We got through Pokemon. We haven't streamed for 2 weeks, so it's great to come back to a new game. And I really appreciate everyone tuning in and checking it out. I'm going to adjust the timer. We're going to put about, 2 minutes on the clock here. And that is our last 2 minutes before you can enter the giveaway. As soon as this is done, I'm going to go ahead and pull up our wheel now and start getting this ready. But let me start that timer really quick. Start. In 2 minutes time, let me see, I need to put the timer over on, here we go, boom. In 2 minutes time, we will be doing our giveaway right now. And you'll find out if you're going to win. If you haven't entered the giveaway, there's a link on Twitch, YouTube. There's a pinned post there. Just go ahead and fill that form out. And if you're watching on TikTok, go to the profile page, click the links. There's a link there. Fill that thing out. You'll be good to go. And let's do it. Congrats to Chuck. Hey, thanks to Trent. Thanks to Nick for holding it down in the shop. Really appreciate you guys helping. I just threw this at you guys kind of last minute, and he really rose to the challenge there. The feed looks amazing. Something about the lighting and the setup for this feed compared to the Lake Forest feed, like the colors just pop on that phone down there. So whatever you guys are doing, keep it going. We'll have to keep this happening more frequently. So I appreciate the support. So let me get our list going. Wheel of Names is coming up. Let me delete the last wheel that we did and see how this looks on stream. Yeah, 50 seconds left. 50 seconds left. And we're going to run the wheel. But hey, Ben and Andres and Daniel, appreciate you guys helping me out with the card call outs and all that kind of stuff. And everyone else that helped out and calling out the cards that were on screen helped me cast in a much more effective way. I definitely could be better. And if we do Pokemon more continuously, I'd love to improve my skill on commentating for Pokemon. But it was, it's a new start. It's been a while since I've been hopping into that fire. The Obsidian Flames, if one will. And speaking of Obsidian Flames, we do have 3 prizes going out tonight. And let me make sure I get the order of them correct. And we're almost done on time to start the giveaway. But I want to check and see what the order was. I don't have it committed to memory at the moment. Can't remember if it was Obsidian or Stellar Crown that was 3rd. So I'm going to go and pull this up really quick. Oh, it's almost. I gotta put the giveaway music on. Whew. What am I doing? Big Mace says, I love this channel. Hey, I appreciate that. That's so cool of you to say that. So Obsidian Flames is actually going 3rd. We're doing Obsidian Flames first. But let me go ahead and it's time. The time is up. The time to enter. If anyone is like, oh, don't forget me. Let's make sure. Now's your chance. Make sure you're in. I'm gonna go ahead and grab our list of names. And I gotta put our giveaway music on. I almost forgot that. Here it is. You know that sound. If you've been here before, this means it's giveaway time. And it means it's time to dance. It increases your chances of winning. Just dance around your house, in your pants. And yeah, Sean knows it's dance time. Get that dancing going. It increases your chances of winning in the giveaway. And we're giving away Prismatic Evolution, people. So this is, if there's ever been a reason to dance for giveaway, now is that time. Let's see how many folks we have entered in the giveaway. Find the right screen. 100, exactly 100 people have entered the giveaway. Look at that. How about that? There's 100 responses. I'm going to go ahead and grab those names. Last call has concluded. And let's grab the names and paste them over here. There we go. The names are in. And Maddie is here. Maddie's here for giveaway time. Is it bedtime yet?
Yeah.
You're coming to say goodnight? Cool. Okay, you want to help me pick the winners?
Sure.
Okay, come over here, and I'll let you do the click. So if you win, or if you lose, it is Maddie. Maddie made this happen. Can you be in frame? I'll scoot over. Okay, first of all, we are giving away to start. And Uni is here as well. Uni the Unicorn. Let me close this window. Let me close this window. All right, first prize. The Obsidian Flames build and battle. I can't read that much. I hope I win some dancing pants. My hips won't stop moving. Says, give me your blubber. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, actually, you're clicking this, not me. Hold on. This is up to Maddie here. All right. Here we go. Give a click.
Click.
Oh, Panda Pyre says I just entered. I finished round 4. Okay, I will add you. Hold on. Let's see who wins this one. The music changed. Oh no, the music changed. Papa Neth with the first one. Hold on. Let's fix the music problem here. This thing is not correctly on loop. Congratulations to Papa Neth. Let me get you posted over on Discord that you won the Obsidian Flames build and battle first. The people that just entered, I will still add you for the last 2 spins. So don't worry about that. I'll get you in here in just a moment. Kingslayer YouTube. Here is this is Obsidian Flames build and battle. Boom. Okay, so let me see those that said they just entered. I can go and check my list. Panda Pyre and Carnage. I'm adding you to the wheel. I'm going to remove Papa Neth because they won. Boom. Panda Pyre and Carnage, you are in. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody else. Unlike Shakira, my hips do lie, says Triple B. Nice. So yeah, Panda and Carnage, you're in. Boom. Okay, so now next up, we have the Stellar Crown build and battle. The Stellar Crown build and battle.
Also, if I may add, if you're not dancing, you're not gonna win.
If you don't dance, you won't win, says Maddie. So you know what to do. And Maddie's dancing and she can't even hear the music. That's when you know. That's when you know. The music is so powerful. It transcends speakers. All right.
I had a dance assembly at my school, and we learned a dance routine with my whole class.
Nice.
And some of my friends said I was the most confident one there.
Ooh, Maddie was the most confident dancer there. Nice. Nice. Love that. Okay. Give it a spin. We're giving away a
Hey.
Stellar Crown build and battle. Here we go. Send it. Want to read it off?
Cyborg Creations.
Cyborg Creations wins the Stellar Crown build and battle. Congratulations to Cyborg Creations. Well done. And now it's time for the biggest giveaway of all time. Stellar Crown build and battle was there. The biggest giveaway of all time in the history of this month. The Prismatic Evolutions bundle. I don't have it here. It's not even in my hands. It's at the stores. Not even here. But imagine that it's here, and then it'll be transported into your hands.
Your hand.
Ooh, and do you still? Because Girl Scout cookies last for another week. Do you still have the Girl Scout cookie link? Let me find it. Hold on. The Girl Scout cookie season is almost over, and Maddie did reach her goal. She got to 1,000 boxes. But we still can sell more.
I got that Ducks patch.
We can still sell more. Let me find the link. And if you need more cookies.
Yeah, we actually need to sell more because we have a little bit more that we need to sell. And if
Let me
we
find
do
it.
Sell them, so we got a lot of donations, and the donations paid for a lot of boxes, and we just need to sell those boxes, and then our troops.
Finding the link.
So, yeah, that's what we do. And then last year we gave the extra boxes, the donated boxes, to our teachers.
Aha, I found it. Found the link. Here we go. It's going on. If you still need to buy cookies, here we go.
Buy there, you're not going to win the giveaway.
No, that is not true. You definitely don't have to buy cookies to win the giveaway. No, it's free to enter the giveaway. The giveaway and the cookies are unrelated. They just happen to both be happening at the same time, but they are not related. We did give away cookies before. Okay, here we go. Prismatic Evolutions bundle.
So, it's not my fault, it's Uni's.
Click it. Ready to click.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go. Best of luck, everyone. Make sure you're dancing. That's all I can say.
It is
T-Money. T-Money with they're a new addition, a new follow on Twitch today. That's awesome. I shouted them out earlier when they joined Twitch. T-Money. Hey, it's a good name. Sean did win the cookies, actually. Sean was the guy that won the cookies. Congrats to Chuck for winning his match, says Carnage, 100%. Hey, Chuck took it all down tonight. That was awesome. Super fun to stream Pokemon. Super great hang out with y'all. It's been a couple weeks since we did our stream. Thanks for being the best community in cards and in games, in cards and games, all those things. And hey, congrats to T-Money. Let me make sure I put this out here. T-Money, if you are local, we'll email you and you can pick this thing up soon. But this is the Prismatic bundle. Boom. Well done.
Wait,
hey.
Can you spin the wheel one more time and whoever gets it gets a shout out?
Okay, we're going to spin the wheel one more time, only for a shout out. Maddie wants to spin one more time for a shout out.
Uni will give you a shout out.
Uni's this is the real grand prize, a Uni shout out. You want to spin it? You want me to spin it?
It's the best prize ever.
Okay. Final spin just for Uni.
The best prize.
Uni shout out.
ever.
Bone Champ with the Uni shout out. Nice. Well done.
Shout out to you, Bone Champ.
Shout out to you, Bone Champ. Well done. Way to hold it down.
You get a free
All right, folks.
imaginary box of
I appreciate
cookies.
the love and support, and we are going to sign off, and we'll see.
Bone Champ gets a free imaginary box of cookies.
Free imaginary box of cookies for Bone Champ, 100%. I support that. Hey, Ben, Daniel, all you guys, thanks so much for supporting and helping me call the shots tonight, call the game. And good to see you, Sean. Thanks for popping in, Carnage. Congrats to Chuck. Hey, Pokemon was great. It was a great time, and maybe we'll run that back soon. But yeah, if you guys like it, let me know. It's good to hear feedback. So appreciate your time. Have a great evening. Happy Friday tomorrow. Star Wars, Prismatic bundles,
Happy birthday,
Lorcana,
Mommy.
my wife's birthday. A lot of things are happening tomorrow. So hey, appreciate y'all. Hey, Young, we'll love to see you down at the shop over in Oceanside if you want to get in there and get some games in. So have a great evening, y'all. Thanks for the
Good
support.
night.
And we'll see you next time. See you next week.